On that note, we're starting.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, we're already started.
Oh, we're starting. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
We're back with half the team here.
Oh, I got two microphones.
I only have one of them
had
on.
two turntables instead. Oh.
Yeah, yours is on and Mark's is on. It's mine.
No.
And as in Ethan, but the other ones are turned off because there's no point in having them.
Volcano finishes exploding, you're all back. Okay.
That which starts as we.
Backup characters.
That was leads me back to my question. Based on how far fast was flowing, can I get an idea of how fast it'll cover the entrance?
You can try.
Okay.
Give me a nature check.
Oof.
Are you gonna get out ye old mystic rangefinder and see how fast the lava is moving?
Basic understanding of how.
1001, 1002. Pretty fast.
I'm going to try. I hope I can guesstimate it. I mean, it's not terrible. 15.
The current lava flow is not very fast, but you get the sense that the volcano is probably still in the process of erupting.
Do I have an idea how much time will until the hole is covered?
Probably a minute, maybe.
All right. So when we get in, who's all here? Is everyone here along with the goblin, or is the goblin
That one's
gone?
not there.
No, we left the goblin
In the cave? Wait
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, and he
Right.
kind of.
That's the problem. He's not here.
No, he isn't.
Shit! Alright, new plan, because I don't like where this is going. Here's an idea. I want to suggest everyone get in Sabonico's hole, I take it, and fly us the hell out of here. Before this closes.
Why aren't we just running for it?
Because we have wounded, and we have a room that might be rising in lava right now, and we got tightrope walk over it. If you just jump in the hole, and I take it, I can just fly straight the hell out of here.
Straight out where?
That way, across the town, and get the fuck out of here.
Back where we came?
It's open air.
Toward the orc?
Over the orc. Remember, I can fly. You guys can't. Hey, it's one guy. We don't have a whole lot of time, so we need to figure this out quickly. If we go through the tunnel and we can't get the rock open, we're going to be stuck.
That may be true. I have actually a technical question. Because we leveled up, has it actually taken effect, or
No.
it takes a
Not yet.
long rest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That ends that.
Exactly. Our choices are limited. The goblin's gone. That area.
Yep, okay.
And worst case scenario, I get crushed by a boulder, you're still in Stephanico's place, and he can teleport you out of there.
Just give me 2 seconds. Can we have a minute? I just want to look over my character sheet and then make a decision. Okay. Or if you have a timer running, then I will make it much more quickly. Otherwise, I need just a moment.
Hourglass.
No, I don't have a problem with it if you want to do that. Who
You
is
have
all
literally
wounded?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Who is all wounded? Because I did.
Pretty much
no,
all
I
of
did
them.
not do healing yet. That's
Yeah.
part of it. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of time.
Okay. All right. Who is wounded and how did we get the body of that one who died?
Yes,
And did we bring back?
we brought back. That, like I said, a lot of people can't walk and they're horribly hurt. That's my best reason for doing this. I'm almost at full power, and I can fly across out of here.
I don't have a problem with it, but I am in agreement that we must get out of here most expeditiously. I would say, however, going that way is liable to warrant you quite a few, not only nasty looks, but likely some projectile weapons.
Yeah, that'd be nice, except their mountain's about to explode, and God knows what's they're going to be panicking.
Yes, speaking of which, I reach in and pull out an envelope of sending. Everybody knows what one of those is at this point, and I start filling out.
Do it in the hole. Do it in the hole. Do it in the hole.
But it is going to have to come out in order to send, so just so you're aware. I start sculpting a message.
What about the other guys? Are they? What are they? What are their?
Is this...
Are they for this or not?
I'm
just ready to go.
I mean, they just need to get out of
Well,
here.
I
Yeah.
am as well, but
I
don't
think I
wish
get the
to
gist of what
trespass.
you're trying to do.
Lava's going fast, guys.
No, seriously. As you are issuing people into this, if you're saying
Yeah.
this is acceptable,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking. Then I'm going to fill out a note. It's going. I don't know the person's name, but I'm hoping that this is enough. Kugath's daughter. Remove your people from this area immediately. Imix is dead. His handler is dead. Your people will be next if you don't leave now. The volcano is coming. Send. Damn it!
In the hole! In the hole!
Did anybody catch the name of
Not important.
Kugath's daughter?
Paper goes.
No, not important right now. Come on.
Okay, I'll get in. Whose name do we know? Do we know anyone's name?
Reading the hole.
I
Read the hole.
understand. I'm waiting for them. Pour the wounded in. I'll
They
take
already
it after.
have.
I don't have a
It's
problem.
you
I'm
two are
getting in.
drinking.
Okay.
You two are drinking at the rear. Come on.
Fuck.
You just want to go right on, or you get in the hole. You trust me enough to get in the hole.
Where's the legend lore skull? Have we used it today?
Get in the damn hole.
I am in the hole. What I'm saying is, where's the legend lore skull? Have we used it today?
Okay, so they're cutting in the hole.
I don't think so.
Now, how does it? I could just fold it up and just like shove it in my shirt, kind of thing. Okay, armor up. Is the lava over the door yet?
At this point, it would be getting close to. The
I'm so fire resistant. I'm going to full speed blast out of that hole and head straight to the south.
You want expeditious retreat?
If you could put it on me before you hop in that hole, I'd appreciate it. But that's kind of that's a self spell, isn't it? I mean, I'm already gone at this point, so I can go 60 feet. If I use an action, I can get 120 feet around. So, as of right now, this is my best idea here. Yeah,
At this point, it's
it's just me
Yeah.
flying while you guys are comforting in his hole, in your hole.
No, I don't have it.
All right, so how's it looking out as we're going? Is the town panicked? Have they? I'm sure they probably noticed me flying across.
Now, my question, I know we're in here and you're doing all these things, but our time is moving faster, correct? We're at essentially at about
Yes.
a round, 2 rounds
15 minutes
per
was
one.
15 minutes was an 8-hour thing for you guys.
Okay, we're hyper fast in here, so there really shouldn't be any real problem with me finding this skull, asking it a question, almost inside of the round where he's taking off. Would that be correct, or am I just assuming too much?
I mean,
I'd have to open up the hole to let the thing
I
out.
understand.
yes and no, but I'm going to rule that he would be folding it up by the time you would be thinking of coming out. Once you're in it, you're in it.
Okay.
As soon as everybody's in, he would start to fold it
Yeah,
at that point.
I'm busting ass to get us out of here.
now just as a point question. If time is going so fast for us, will we get a rest?
Yeah, if you want to, depending on how long it takes him.
Because that could level us up. I mean, just
It was 8 hours and 15 minutes. It was really
Yes.
that fast.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have been that fast.
It was.
8 hours was 1 hour outside.
No, we feel like we're just sitting there for 15 minutes between rests.
So we are going 8 times as fast. So I've got 8 rounds to his 1.
Yeah.
In 8 rounds, could I legend lore Kugath's daughter's name and then put it on that envelope and send it? Throw it out before he folds it up.
I'd say useful rope action if you still had it, but we haven't rested yet, so.
Well, it's the skull. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting the skull to do the job, which I think is an unattuned item. And we ask it. I'm trying to save lives.
I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to save lives.
He's just thinking whether he wants to let you do it or not.
That's fair. It's fair.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
It gets folded up with the hole.
I didn't bring Vincent's character. Fuck. Okay, no, that's fine.
As I'm hauling ass from this mountain in the air, how does it look? Is it getting really unstable?
Get a perception check. And a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yes, so it's
Do the call boxes work?
Hmm?
Do the
Not
call
a
boxes
problem.
work while in here?
You're a good plane.
I just have to ruin your day, you know.
It's all right. It's all right. It just
Perception is 1, so I am.
Everything's fine.
It's a real cloudy in here.
A lot of ash.
Dexterity saving throw is 11. I will flash of genius that to try to dodge it. That'll make it up to 15. Because I still have 2 of those. Well, 1 of those.
Let's take half damage. So half would be 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Bonk.
Ow!
You are continuing to fly at max speed.
Yes. I'm going to try to get the hell out of here. Not going through the town, just going straight over it. I'm sure I'm going to get another couple rocks thrown at me, too.
You get about 2 more rounds at your current velocity to dodge.
So I didn't want to hold it in my hand. I just shoved it in my shirt just to make sure that didn't happen.
Dexterity saving throw, you're ready. If you want to keep trying to look around or whatever you want to do.
I'll wait till I'm a little bit more distance. 18.
I have given up on the idea of trying to reach out, so I'm going to do what I can while we're in here. I'm going to activate Beacon of Hope, and Aura of Life. Wait,
18 on that one.
Aura of Vitality. Sorry, so I can max out the healing on the folks around us. Oh, we
6
tried
bludgeoning.
the ring for the range of self stuff, right? We already tried that.
Yeah.
Or you just did.
Yeah.
He didn't
Okay.
accept the spell. After the third roll, I will take another look after this next roll.
Okay.
9. I'm going to use my last flash of genius to get to 14.
I took
It's a,
lucky.
it's a 13. Sorry, 13.
Just took lucky.
14 bludgeoning damage.
It's a
Ow.
good one to have.
Yeah.
Now I will do a look to see how's it looking.
Perception check.
Oh yeah, that's right. Perception. I get my before. Last one, well, the first one, not for 1, so I wasn't going to get. Grand total of 29.
Okay. You kind of get a better look now that you're out of the main blast zone. And then you turn around and see there's quite a bit of lava coming down into the Horde camp. Mainly on this larger building you see there in the corner.
Well, that's going to do a hell of a.
So what did we do? Did we fly out the blowhole?
I went straight up the hole and
Basically.
crossed the town. So basically, where the mountain was, I just kept heading south,
Like, you guys were here.
and I'm just
He
heading.
flew up and was going this way.
Yeah, I'm just heading. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just making a
So we
break
didn't
for
have
it.
to mess with the rock or anything. Like
Well, I got hit a few. Yeah.
Well, I mean the rock
yeah,
at
yeah.
the entrance.
That with the goblin gone, and as Mark has worried before, he might have already ditched us, locked us up, and left us there.
Now that's a very interesting assumption you're making there, Lawful Good.
Racist.
What if he's just sitting in that cave waiting and the lava comes for him?
Waiting for you guys.
He was not there when we told him to wait. Remember, he was nowhere to see him. That's
No.
why I rolled a perception. That's why I rolled the perception check.
Okay.
I figured he ditched us.
But
I
That's-
was very suspicious
That's
of
going
that
to
one
be my
anyways,
guess
but
as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see him.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
And if we do, he's really in trouble.
I'll definitely give him a stern talking to. I wasn't expecting him to stick around anyways, to be quite honest. I mean, if we've seen the goblins, they're not exactly the bravest beings. Verdun can definitely be, but goblins.
you would also hear what sounds like a deep roar
From where?
where you came from.
I'm going to try to move
Oh.
faster.
God damn it, that mean we didn't finish this? Shit!
If you saw what I saw, I saw something down there, a mass of shadows, when I was looking for this guy. I thought it
What
was
do you
just
mean,
him.
look for the guy?
When he went into there and he came out as Ragnos shit, I saw something weird down there. I figured it was just him, but it was like a mass of blackness. Whether it was, I just figured it was him. I'm assuming now there was something else in there.
God damn. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just double time it as much as I can out of town, so back towards out of this area.
Okay. What are you guys doing while you wait?
Well, again, I'm going to heal everybody up. Beacon of Hope is 20-foot radius. Aura of Life is like a 30-foot radius or something along that line. So I'm going to use that to max out healing on everybody. I was just going to make sure to look up what the Aura of Life did for healing. I can't remember precisely. So that's my intent, is to heal everybody up.
Okay. Aura of Life.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Or Aura Vitality, I'm sorry.
Vitality.
Vitality is the one that heals over the course of 20 rounds, like 2d6 a round, or something like that.
Yeah, you can use your bonus action to cause one creature within the aura to regain 2d6.
Yeah, okay, so Beacon of Hope maximizes that, and because of my Aura of Life, I get to add 2 plus spell level, so 5, it's 17 per bonus action for 20 rounds. So that's, I'm hoping we can basically get everybody up to full inside here. At least I hope.
How much more longer until I get out a good distance outside of town?
Probably about 30 minutes in flying full speed.
And once I get
But your fly will last you that long.
yeah, it lasts about 4 to 5 hours total a day.
So I have a total of 340 hit points to heal in the 20 rounds.
I will be definitely casting some fume from my flight, but I still have enough to get me through the day. So, because unfortunately, it's 4 hours of flight a day. It's like 4 or 5 hour flight. So I'm definitely pushing it with this.
Okay, well, land.
I plan on it. I'm about to get out. I'm going to make sure I'm far enough out of town so we don't get killed.
And then we'll run for it.
Well, we're going to drive for it. 'Cause once I'm far enough out of town, I'm going to take the hole out, put it on the ground, poke my head in.
Let's distribute that healing.
Yeah, I can do 340 points. So the most grievous will be first.
That's probably Spike. He's a little hurt.
Okay.
Next would probably be was it Evertide, because he fell right in the line. Everett. Yeah, he was the one that had to be brought back to life.
So to get both of them back up to max, we're looking at 65 for Spike
Okay.
and 92 for Everett.
Got 183 to go. How about you?
I'm about half down.
How much you need?
I could take 40.
143.
The soft needs 37.
He's got it.
And
106.
Trant needs 20.
He's got it. All right. 86 to go. God damn, I guess I could take most of that myself. I'm down to...
You were hanging out in that tornado for a while.
I was. It's so funny watching my hit points. 113, 109, 98, 91, 88, 97, 100, 84, 76, 81, 78, 64. I'm sitting at 64 now. It's just way...
I was just bad. I got down to 13. Oh, I'm sorry, I got down to 4.
Yeah, I know you got blitzed. You got majorly blitzed.
I got beat up and thrown into a
so-
bus of lava.
Just, it's next to,
Okay.
I guess while all this is going on, I would, having people in my hole that I do not know, I would be very watchful of everything that they do.
Hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself. hands to yourself.
Step one. personal
Keep
space.
your hands to yourself.
Spike's drawing a bigger mustache on the portrait.
I believe he's covered. He's got a curtain over.
Oh, gotcha. Vigo. So when they're all done, I'd be poking my head in saying, "Everyone out into the party bus!" Pull my head back out, and I'll sit out my car and start growing it, because it's going to take a minute for it to grow, so.
All right, that leaves me with.
Well, you give me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
All of a sudden, they're just kind of sitting around waiting. Everett's definitely trying to clock everything in here.
And I noticed it. Okay.
So are everyone start piling out, or are you guys coming out or not?
Yep. Start piling out.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to mention this. Car's about ready. I'll finish getting it ready so we can get the hell out of here. I might have heard a big roar from the volcano as I was leaving.
Roar. But we did the difficult task of destroying the.
I'm just telling you what I heard. I heard something weird coming from the volcano. I was reading it, and it sounded like a very big, low roar. Now, as I'm waiting for the car to get back in size, how does it look for perception?
Be hard to tell from here, but you try.
Gotcha. Definitely not as good.
Chris, 26 healing.
I can definitely use it. I took a lot, but
Well, I'm giving you 26.
He's giving it to you.
Giving it to you. Take
that.
that.
Give
Be
it to me,
17.
baby. Give it to me, baby.
Difficult to tell. Definitely fires.
Gotcha. All right. Once the car is put up together, everyone hop in. Let's go.
So we didn't win.
Look, I'm just telling you what I heard.
And we quite possibly cost the lives of thousands.
Don't pray to a false fire god, demon god. Then, come on.
I see.
Look, I'm not saying that what happened was great. We did not know it was going to explode,
I understand.
and we had no way to communicate it massively to everybody.
Do you know how long we were?
Would have been about 6 hours.
That's a long rest, close to long rest.
Long rest is 8.
Long rest is 8. Okay.
Short rest at most.
All right. Well, it's important to actually know, because if this is a short rest, we get some things back. Not all things, but some.
Yeah. Short rest.
Okay.
Now, would it have changed days? Like, would it be?
Well, for me, it was only like 10 minutes to get you, like half an hour to get you guys here. So,
I suppose that's kind of a silly question.
A little over.
yeah. Look, we could take the car back and try to help as many people as we can. It's up to you, but as of right now, we need to make a decision. Either go back and try to save as many people as we can, or haul ass to the elves and try to get some more reinforcements to help save as many people as we can.
I don't think we're in any shape to go back.
No, I don't think so either. I think we're all big in it. Half our team are fried.
No, they're not. They look great.
I'm sure.
It's just singed.
Yes, yeah. Some
Yeah, I'm
clothes
sure.
are a little singed around the edges, but otherwise, no, everybody looks pretty good.
They
Was
smell like a
Everett-
bunch of Boy
Everett-
Scouts at camp.
Yeah, they're all saying, "Yay for the Thunder!"
Everett's walking a little funny, I'm sure.
Well, he might. It takes a while for that suppository to dissolve.
Yeah. Look, it's up to you guys. I'm all for trying to save as many people as we can. But can we in our given situation?
No.
Not really. I unfortunately on this side want to go with this.
I think we need to get back, get someplace safe, recuperate, get our level up, and then we can.
I say we head back to the outpost and tell the elves what's going on and see if we can get a rescue party sent out.
My trouble becomes this, then. When I am not opposed to continuing south, But we were sent on a scouting mission, and so far what we've managed to scout is the destruction of things
Hey,
and the total
I
destruction of other things.
Oh, what was that?
And still not.
We should try to. Oh wait, I could remember that. I said we should just leave.
I don't deny anything along that line. What I am saying, though, is for a scouting mission we did much, but there now is one issue we do need to solve. What is the thing in the lava?
I think it's going to find us whether we like it or not, and I'd rather we get into a place where we have some backup.
I feel as though we should at least know what this thing is.
You want me to drive by there and see what we got? We can see. I have no problems.
Know if it's a good idea for us to get closer, but possibly for one or two of us,
Wait,
and the rest go.
we have the telescope. There was a telescope, a magical telescope.
No, I don't actually.
Oh, it's on top of one of the towers.
Remember the tower we came from? That's how you spotted the.
They can see through the ash.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, an excellent point. Shame we didn't bring one with us.
Hey, it's there. We know where it's at. It's probably our best bet to know what's going on.
Then I will do this. I'll pull out another envelope of sending. And what was the name of the captain?
Of that particular area.
Of the guy. You know, we had the one who was assassinated, and now we had another.
Remember, he's at the major place though. That was another group that was at. That was one of the outer outposts.
Hang on. Captain Gallen.
Yeah, but
He
he's
was
back, yes, but he's back at the main place, not at these far distant outposts.
Okay, but we are supposed to report in.
You should send one to him while we're on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna craft one to send it to you.
Okay, because like I said, he's not the outpost to check out what's going on for us. So, but we gotta make it.
Okay, no, I'm gonna send a message to him. That's what my message is gonna be.
We're on a scouting mission. Managed to defeat evil overlord.
Orcs are all done.
Quite possibly immolated several thousand orcs in the process of scouting.
Hey, they like it. They like it. They wouldn't be all around the fire if they didn't like it.
In the time that I was in the hole, I was going to use, and I forgot about this, my identify wand to figure out what exactly I have in the flask.
Ah, yes. Identify one. I need to get a hold of one of those.
I can make it one.
You can make one?
Yeah. It's
How
one
much
of
you want for it?
I don't
50 gold.
You'll have to wait till we get back. I gotta get the materials and find out how we
Fine.
can charge us
I
for
set
it.
50 gold inside of your thing, inside your wagon.
About treatment.
God damn it. You don't have to be terrible about money. You don't.
I'm not terrible about money.
You are terrible about money.
I just don't. If I don't need it, I don't need it.
Yes, you do need money. You always need money.
Yeah. It'll have to be once I get back and rest. But yeah, I can make it one.
Oh, yes, please. Where's my money?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that it's one of my
There we go.
most recent ones. In fact, I think. We'll double check here. My infusions here.
So if you can make one, yes, I really, really would like to have one of those.
Double check on that. I have one of magic detection and one of secrets. Let me see here. I don't think those are the same, though. I thought that was the same.
No.
I guess I do not. I thought
Okay, well then,
I could probably figure out how to make one, though. I mean, Ethan has said that if I try to make one, I can see about making one. I just need to ask if it's okay.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you studied Stefanicos, you
Yeah.
might be able to easily do it.
I mean, at the current level, I can make
As long as
headband
it
of
wouldn't
intelligence.
destroy the one that I have.
I mean, the ones I have, I can make like great headband of intelligence and stuff like that. But surely I could be able to do one of
It would be
protection.
classified as a greater Oni.
Is that 2 O's?
Just one.
O and I. Sometimes double I, but generally just O and I.
That would probably be just about all the information it would give me was what it is. Okay. The other question I had was, is the lid glowing?
Not super familiar with that.
Because that would answer the question of whether or not the other iron flasks have something in them.
Yeah, you like to be able to look to see magic or something like what detect magic. It would glow.
Those donuts are pretty damn good, aren't they? Eat them up, guys, really.
I think I told my dad a lot of hours.
I guess why are you asking if the lid's glowing?
Or the two.
Well, because we have the other 4 in my hole that are hanging on the wall, and the lids are glowing. But there's
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
been some question as to whether or not there's something in them, and if we know there's something in this one, and if the lid is glowing, then we'll know that there's something in the other ones.
Wasn't that you've been seeing that like detect magic sight thing, wasn't it?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so yes, the lid would be glowing on this one.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a pretty good idea what's in those, of course, but
Right, but having another verification of,
Yeah.
you know, whether they're empty or full or what, so.
So if I'm peeking over your shoulder, we're seeing glowing lids, or just you are seeing glowing lids? Abracadabra. Bing.
Well, we would have been in the hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So-
saying.
You probably would have seen me
Okay.
doing it.
once everyone's in the car, or
So
we
what,
pile up
uh,
the car as best we can,
is it?
either on sitting on top, on
It's
the
like we got a greater own.
towards the outpost.
Great.
It'll be a little slower with the weight, but that's fine.
Not the pasta.
So we have a demon of some type, I believe. Do I need to do a religion or history or something?
Do religion or arcana.
Okay. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Oh, well, that's 25.
Oh,
Greater Oni. So Onis are both demons and elementals.
wow.
All right.
And you know that our Austin the Younger, her patron is an Oni.
Very interesting. So, diabolical origin, horrible, fiery, but not necessarily the grand force. I mean, something to be reckoned with, I would gather.
Probably a minion.
Perhaps.
Servant.
Certainly
Guard?
the other being who disintegrated was possibly a handler, shall we say.
But he did have some interesting items, and I'm going to have to give some thought into how we might acquire those from him.
Shame that one disintegrated. Nice to see what. I mean, considering that the chef was given a ring of telekinesis, what did he have on him? Shame. But some darkness was also in the fire.
When I was looking for him to help everyone find him, I looked in the fire. I saw some kind of weird. I didn't think anything of it because I figured it was just him gathering power. It looked like a mass of shadows or darkness.
Interesting.
I just figured it was just something to do with him. That sound though makes me think that there might be something else down there, and I'm not sure we're prepared for if it's coming.
Probably a different planar existence form of something.
I assumed then that we were facing the avatar of this IMEX fellow, which seemed relatively assured in that it started out as one thing, it became another, while it went down in there, became quite grand. It died spectacularly. Way to go, everyone. High five, high five.
Driving!
but that we had defeated the avatar, shall we say, of this creature, to find out that in essence we have a greater demon, I mean a larger Oni.
How far
So
will
we
be
have
the
not
outpost?
actually affected the
Another 30
removal
minutes.
of
there
possibly
any-
this avatar.
When it comes into range, I start seeing people.
This IMAX is
I want
still
to see if there's
present
any real
and
hustle
now
bustle going on, like that
extraordinarily
everything's just
upset.
gone
But
to
it
hell
could
over
be
there.
possible that we destroyed its gateway to get here.
Oh, now
Or it
that's an
could be
interesting
that we
thought.
may have made it easier for him to get here. But I can't think that destroying his surrogates would make it easier.
I would certainly think that would
But I
be
could be wrong.
maddening for whatever consequence.
Unless there's some
that
kind
may,
of like mass sacrifice that happens from this that makes them come here. I mean, not to put hot water on this, I would hope that all the deaths of the orcs when they feed into this thing coming out.
Well, who's to say that he couldn't just bring them back?
Is there anything that would suggest, within my idea of what Onis are, elemental and demon in some way, to suggest a coven of them, like many of them, would mean something more? Like hags. Hags form a coven and they're far more powerful. Would demons work this way in this regard?
No, not usually.
Okay, then what?
I mean, I know it's not the same universe, but Baron Master got better when you sent more souls that had entered your contract. I mean,
Sure did.
I'm sure
Not
there's.
that he needed them, but yeah, he liked it. It was nice, but
I mean, that's not really a covenant. It's more of a pact you make to offer.
right. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a covenant of him for the most part. Is he just contracts everybody? He just contracts out his.
Is probably just asking the wrong questions, not knowing. What about the shadowy figures? Something.
It was just a mass of shadows.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
That's just a mass of shadows.
I just figured it was something him recuperating. That's all I can really tell you. Is
Well,
I just.
in essence, that sounds exactly like what he was doing, but he also became much more.
Yeah.
Now, he was given some strength, or it was just already there.
With my lack
Or
of
he
knowledge,
absorbed.
for me, it's the lack of knowledge of your world that gives me no insight. I could just tell you what I saw.
Understandable, my friend. The idea just becomes, when did you see this? When he was in that, correct?
When he was hiding in there, we were trying to find before he burst out into that fire twister man that he did.
Can I sit on the roof of this thing as we travel? Is that acceptable?
That's fine with me. We got a couple people up there already now,
All
so
right. Well, I'm going to watch backwards, I suppose. And, see if
it's
there's
going to be a half an hour
anything
before we get back to the outpost, so you got plenty of time.
Oh boy, yes.
Hey, we don't have your horse, and it beats walking.
No, I'm fine with that. No, it's not anything to do with that. So half an hour.
Are there any quaking in the area? Any more rocks falling?
Not at this distance.
Okay.
And it's definitely extremely difficult to see because of all the ash,
Yeah.
and smoke, and fire.
Does my monocle actually help in any real capacity with this, or is it still just blocked vision? It's just blocked.
I think you tried that.
Windshield
last time.
wipers are getting
I
all
couldn't
stuck.
remember, so I'm asking. Well,
I think the only
seeing as
thing we
there's
have is
really
the
nothing I can
telescope.
actually see, then I'd like to unattune, reattune to two things. The Pearl of Power gives me a 3rd level spell slot back, and the Blackwell Vial would give me sorcerer points back. If we have this time, I'd like to do that. Since we're not making it to a long rest, exactly. May I?
And it takes 10 minutes between each tune.
Right.
You may not have enough time to tune anything back before you get to the outpost, of course.
Then I don't. But this gets me a few things back. So
You would be nearing the outpost if you want to make your perception check.
I would like to make a perception check though. Current state of affairs there. Has the ash gotten heavier? Also.
I mean, back where you were, absolutely. Over here, maybe slightly.
Unnatural 20.
definitely see a lot of people crowding up at the top of that tower.
Okay, so they're obviously trying to looking through the looking glass to see what's going on. Okay.
So they probably know we're coming too.
Yeah. All right. As soon as we park in, I'll shuffle out and I'll put up the cars. It's gonna take me a couple minutes to put up the car. So what do you guys want to do? You go for it.
There's a certain rule.
Well, first off, I would, having noticed Everhard eyeing my belongings, I would have a quick word with him and say to him, covetousness is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Deadly to you, sins.
When I'm doing this, one of you might want to contact Corral's team and let them know what's going on. That we assassinated the guy. So.
Yes, of course.
It was our big orc friend would want to know that, and we also need to see if the goblin's over there.
Oh
We've got
yes,
the
the
orc
goblin,
locked
the
up in
goblin.
brig.
Where's the goblin?
We've got the orc locked up in our brig.
Came willingly.
Doesn't mean he's not a threat.
I will see to that.
Fine. We should probably send a scout to check the rock to see if the goblin's over there. I mean, whoever wants to go, I can go with you, or I can wait, but I'm kind of exhausted on my flight, so it's going to be a bit of a walk, and it's hard to drive the car in this. So anyone who can scout out to see if the goblin made it out to the rock or not.
Maybe have them send someone. We need to rest.
Yeah.
Don't know where it is.
Oh, that's true.
Well, we can tell them where it's at, can't we?
Rough directions.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to see like any landscape things or anything. You know, there's a big,
It
huge
made
oak
it just
tree.
kind of look like a normal rock out there until he,
Yeah.
pointed out the etchings on it and stuff.
We'll let them know and see if they can at least send us a scout towards. I mean, do we have a general direction and idea of general direction? I'm sure. Describe the stone to see if it's been moved or if the goblin's still there. Plus, you could use some assistance, I'm sure. But he was not there at the escape point for us, so we couldn't just.
I think it would be best if we left everyone here in defensive positions in case any orcs came charging out from there.
They're probably going to be.
Place that's burning.
They're probably going to be in a bit of a panic right now.
Speaking of which one of you did this? Did you all do this? What? This is one of the captains here.
So, funny story. We went to scout. As you saw, we came across that orc and then his goblin friend. They asked us to assist with taking care of someone who was poisoning the king. We made our way to a secret location through the help of the goblin. We saw the one who was supposedly poisoning the king. Some of us suggested going back, and some of us suggested, majority suggested seeing how well we were prepared for him. We took him out, took out the person we believe assassinated the previous captain, because he used the same spells on us as he did on him, filling one of our team members with ashes. And after we took care of that situation, the volcano started to explode. I suggested we come back from the scouting.
Now, whereas I agree with everything that our leader has to say here, I would say that he's left out a great deal of flavor. There was this flaming tornado that the spirits of Lathander set upon and destroyed. There was this monstrous ape-like man wreathed in flame that became a 60-foot tall and wide elemental.
Yes, the one that we ever asked to assassinate by the orc.
Right. So there was this fierce battle surrounding this massive monster. And
Very fierce.
very fierce, and one of us was laid low in the process, but yet, if you check their rectum, they were brought back to life. But aside from that, we dispatched this horrid monstrosity of Imex, and then the handler of this foul beast arose, and with the combined might of the spirit of Lathander and the sun shining down upon this field of greatness, me and my great friend Stefanicos smote him into ruin.
Not to mention my 150 gold pieces.
Not to mention his 150 gold pieces.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
forget
sorry. I
to
guess I was just there getting beat to a pulp for you for the sheer fuck of it.
I am simply adding the flavorful element, my friend. And it was upon that moment that we realized that the
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about
had
Trump
become
using.
upset at this point and started to belch forth as our leader spirited all of us
It's a
away.
team effort.
On his back, we all fled. And to return to you and deliver our story of
Also,
our
Tron did a-
scouting expedition.
Tron did a good amount of help there too.
Your companion showed great composure and skill.
Yes, there were some other people that added in. That's true.
See, this is what I have to deal with.
I must tell you that the colleagues that were sent with us did their absolute best. They were true heroes, especially the one.
Well, they
that died
are
and was
because
brought
they're still
back.
alive,
And-
luckily.
But with our combined efforts, we smote these two, and are now returning henceforth to deliver the news of what we have seen and done. And hopefully that wonderful watch glass up there can see what's happening in that orcish town and what is being made of these events.
And as you were saying that, when somebody up there starts yelling down, "Sir, you need to see this!"
Oh, I said we should go!
Exit our heroes stage left.
I need to stop letting you see those cartoons.
Hello, Mr. Megatron.
I knew introducing you to Hanna-Barbera cartoons was a bad idea.
Leaving even.
No, Heather. No. You're going to sit here and see exactly what we did.
Tremendously good achievement all the way around, everyone. Perhaps we should head back down to that town or something.
He starts making his way up.
Yep.
We should probably find out what's going on and how much we've screwed up.
I'm wanting to find out, sure.
Did you follow him up the town?
Yeah.
Is that one guy there, the one fluids guy, Mr. Stabbing with Needles guy, isn't there? Okay.
I think they're still on the base.
Are you coming with us?
Yes.
It's not here.
But you get up there and see that he's looking through the spyglass here. What is that? He just kind of stands up, turns around.
We're
You
leaving.
killed everything, right?
We killed two things.
We were killed on what was under the impression what was having a negative influence on the king and his vizier. That's when the volcano came. So we figured they were the ones controlling all the volcano, and it was reacting to the loss of them in a way because they were the ones to be manipulating at the time.
To be quite honest, it felt as though we had destroyed an avatar of Ibex.
And he just starts walking down the...
You first. Go ahead.
I wasn't the one that suggested we best them in combat.
You know what?
I went along with it. I went along with it.
We were here for a scouting mission.
Yes.
I'll look
I
through the
agree.
telescope.
And you're the ones boasting about how much you, Lathander, did it all by yourself.
I didn't say that Lathander did it all by myself. I did credit him and you and those other heroes to a lesser extent than Lathander, yes.
Perception.
With advantage?
See, this is why I'm not the captain. Totally.
Huh?
This is why I was never allowed to be a captain.
You see kind of towards the center of the orc camp, there is this huge, probably 200-foot round ball of ash. It seems to be like moving. And there's orcs running, and you would see some of them just suddenly a claw, a huge claw comes out and just
So I've been noticing when I noticed Stefano was here going,
Morgan, I think you should look at this.
And what was the total again?
18.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what you see.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't think so, no.
Can we just
Yeah,
pull
I'll
your
take a
hole
look.
through and just kind of make our way out afterwards?
Check
Just
with advantage.
Yeah, you might do better than me.
I doubt it.
I'll take another look myself here.
19.
Pretty much the same thing. And people are running from it, and the lava is almost like following it.
All right, I'll bite. Let's see what we got here.
It's terrible.
I've been on your planet for over a year. I've seen enough terrible things.
It's more terrible than many things you've seen. It's more terrible.
Oh, good God. Natural 20. Cool. So I will grand total of 32.
Okay, you see its name tag.
See how far?
You look back in the future and see his parents.
Yep, you see the line of its people back to the beginning.
I don't even know what its dental plan is at this point.
And you see exactly what made it turn evil.
There was a moment
So
where the grandmother.
I see it's past.
You see the shape and kind of watch it for a second, and you see the tip of a wing come out the top, the tail kind of swing out the back for a second.
Has a wing and a tail.
And then at one point, suddenly just a spew of lava just comes flying out and coats an area.
A wing, a tail, you say, and lava issues from it?
Yeah, it's like it's spitting out lava. Wonderful. I am seeing anatomy to this thing. There is possibly something inside it.
I see. And
And it seems to be heading our direction.
No, it seems to be terrorizing the
Oh,
camp.
I thought it was heading south.
I'm
it's
sure
just
it'll get to us
destroyed.
sooner or later.
So it's not like make a beeline for us. It is just going around town and killing things. Okay.
Oh, God.
Now who's not concerned about the
You might even
orcs?
be gaining
I
in
was
strength.
very concerned about the orcs until he said I can't be.
Oh, thank God it's not killing us. We must save those orcs. Oh, thank God.
I tried. He said no.
Yeah, that was when we were in the car.
The
We still
DM took all the hope from me.
Natural 20, you're going to eventually see part of its head, and there's a big horn coming up, and like maybe part of its face here, and you see a long snout that's probably a dragon.
Oh, fuck. There are no dragons.
Well, we found his. He found his.
Yeah,
Okay,
there was-
but I mean, that's amongst us. The world believes there are no dragons. Because there are no dragons.
Didn't we hear something about a dragon, a type of dragon like this in this area?
We know that there was a giant green one that this one dude killed. A green one, wasn't it?
Question.
That drow guy with the big sword that I now have, he killed a green one, wasn't it? And then when we were in the basement of that shadowy place, there was the skeleton of a dragon, but I don't remember what we
No, it was
remember
just
about
like
it.
suspended, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was in the
But
ceiling.
maybe a couple hundred years ago, the dragons were all wiped out.
Yeah.
So, question. You guys don't have dragons on your world anymore, right?
No, they're deceased. Extinct.
Might want to update that reference.
Why?
Yeah, I'm getting a better look at it now. It's definitely a dragon. Horn, snout. Ooh, ew. Yeah. So, is it typical for dragons to spew lava? Or have a lot of lava? Is there lava dragons? Or is it just, I thought it was just fire dragons, right?
I would have no idea. I just know that they don't exist.
Well,
They're fables and fairy tales at this point.
someone might want to tell that.
This is an elf encampment. Are there elves?
No.
All of them are like, they have a weird mix of emotions around here. Some of them are happy that this is happening, that the monks are dying.
Okay.
They've been at war with them for so long.
Okay, I mean, but this makes some sense. Okay, this makes some sense. Don't get me wrong.
But they're also kind of feeling the horrors of what's going on.
Well,
out
I
there,
mean,
Right, because
we need to do something because some of these weren't really bad guys. They were just forced to do it. I mean, it's not their fault. They were just subjugated to it, just like our.
I'm not disagreeing with you in any capacity. What I am saying, though, is who's the eldest elf here?
Here?
There's one looks like an elf version of the old guy from the Two Towers, and I had the arrow that shot the orc at the beginning. I've been here for 30,000 years!
That's the one I want to talk to.
Most of us are about 100, 200.
Oh, lucky you guys.
We serve usually a 40-year-long services in the army.
I'll describe exactly what I'm seeing.
Okay,
the details of what I'm seeing.
But you would be alive at least back to when that miserable drow slew the last green dragon that was upon these realms. That was some 40 to 60 years ago, I believe. You would have been. That legend must have made it to your ears.
Sure.
What others might have inside of 100 to 200 years worth of time. Something that suggests under that mountain lay dormant something, possibly?
I'm going to find the captain that went off to and let him know what I saw.
Never heard of that.
Who's the most powerful person we know? Mosswood?
A person on our whether a person on our side or not.
Mosswood.
Mosswood isn't really happy with us right now. I think
I don't care about how happy he is. I care about his longevity.
So, when I could catch up with the captain, I definitely wanted to describe what I saw. And
You knew people.
You'd see
You
he
knew
just
people
got
from that
finished
college.
doing a sending spell,
Or at least a
somebody.
few.
He's with the scroll.
I know.
Might want to make an
those
addition to
people.
that.
Fuck.
I know
That's right.
most people seem to believe you think, but you appear to have a dragon in that town. Claws, wings, snout, horns, scaly. It is rampaging. That is what's inside the ball of ash that's out there. It appears to be a dragon.
Let's see. Give me another scroll.
I'll give you the full details and I have exactly what I saw. It's doesn't look happy. Do you have any professional dragon slayers left?
What would be the point? No dragons remain till now.
Yeah, but these people are a retired dragon slayer.
A fair point.
I mean, someone. Look, we're talking about things on my world that made up fairy tales. I mean, you've actually had them on your world.
Hmm?
We don't. I don't know what to deal with this thing. I don't even know where we even begin with this.
I mean, the Votans were the last dragon slaying family. But that's about all I know.
The Votans? Where do they live? Or do they?
Far to the south of this continent.
Would they be near Alkenhold at all?
The eldest son probably travels there and abouts. But
Where have we heard that name?
I can't recognize it. I know it's probably he's definitely might give us a name we've heard before.
Okay, but remember, they were Hero and his brother went to a conference in a town with a pile of different royals and whatever else.
It might have been one of those people. The first thing first, we need.
Is there a chance you could scroll the map down?
Yeah, because they were going to that Wotan Manor.
There we go. Okay.
What's the plan here exactly then? Are we just going to?
I've sent a message, and we wait.
Do we have the forces necessary to repel any of this? That'd be a no.
Depending on the size, we might.
Can I get a good scale of what I saw?
This is pretty big.
So, these people are here, and this thing was this. You know.
I mean, it'd almost have to be ancient.
Oh. I mean, so what? They've had this thing hooked up to the crater for this entire time?
Maybe
Okay,
it
but
was-
hang on. What this is suggesting to me is that we have believed, possibly, that the orcs have sided themselves with an Imex, and being that we found a demon, we've found the source. It's demons. Perhaps that's Imex. And somebody realized he was hidden under there and has been tapping into it, shall we say. Doing some bidding.
Does Ibex have a natural form, or can it take any form that it wants?
Well, I would certainly say that it has, if it hasn't adopted this form, maybe it always has been this form.
Okay, so.
And this handler person who we obliterated, very nice of you, nicely done.
Yes, good job. I'm sure the orc I really enjoyed that right now.
The idea would be is that with the handler gone, we have angered it. And it is doing what it does. It is destroying things now that it is angered.
Well, let's
And
just
then-
hope we don't discover that the orcs were keeping it at bay, and we killed what was keeping it at bay, and now it's getting out.
Well, then they
Well, that is a fantastic point. It makes me feel a little worse.
No. They started attacking other people. They were the one who poked the bear.
Okay. They may have poked the bear, but I would actually suggest that it was the reverse of that. The bear was poking them, and we ran sewered the bear. Now the bear is enormously upset.
Enormous doesn't cut it.
All right, now, what this suggests to me is that we need to know what this IMEX is, and that possibly that yes, they've been given some powers of what this really is, having come out of its hibernation.
We can't do anything about it anyways. We're all trained. Even if we wanted to do anything about
Well,
it.
right now it is slaughtering things up there willy-nilly. Go take a nap.
I can hear the screams from here.
No, you can't. You can see them screaming from here.
Yeah, the screams are starting to silence them, destroying them, sure.
I suggest that we have the most brief of respites, because that is essentially all we have, and it may be quite short. And anyone here needs to prepare themselves
Well, you should
for
probably
either heroic ending or untimely demise, but either way it's coming. Or, my good friend, we are going.
Back diagonal?
No. I turn around. Heroes, the time may be upon us, upon all of us, that in these dark times, where it may seem hopeless, heroes rise and defeat an enemy of pure evil, an enemy who stands but miles away from us, an enemy who will come to savage your lands and your women, who come for your... will come for you for nothing else other than death and subjugation. I say we as heroes fight, but time is short. We must prepare. We must prepare with all of our might. So I say, get the long spears out. Get the ballistas into position. Ready every position along this line
Can
so
Cousin
that
Peter carry two?
we may meet this horrid evil face to face. So that we shall be at the end of the day standing here over the corpse of that infernal creature. Rise up, my friends! Rise up! In the name of the thunder and the dawn that
Start walking
comes!
off.
Most assuredly the dawn comes, we shall smite it!
He can bring us out of this moment. Make a phone call.
Sure.
well, I have to make a Sydney Stone Cold.
I was just waiting for him to say make a persuasion check.
Yeah, when he sits down.
Yeah. If I had Captain
Let's just get there.
the rest of my crew, if I had the rest of the crew in our starship, sure, I'd be more than happy to.
Now I'm going to take a nap in preparation.
Oh no! You gotta keep it going
Now,
on.
hang on. If he allows us, I'm going to take a nap back in that hole of his, so that the nap goes much quicker, while everybody makes spears and ballistas.
Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
And the plan was.
It was a scouting mission.
The plan was a scouting mission. I pointed that out. We scouted. We were gonna find and see. Oh, he's alone. Let's go after him. We can test our power.
Okay, last time we had the most epic fight.
I know.
It was such an unbelievably epic, awesome fight.
Trust me, I was there for the 100 hit points I got knocked into
Oh
me.
my god, it was so damn awesome.
I don't know what we're gonna do about this. I mean,
Excuse me.
We're gonna do the necessary
Well, we
part.
can rest till we get my scarf charged back up, and then we can plan our shift back.
I agree with that.
Good luck. Now that I've had my rousing speech, I'm gonna smack one of them on the ass to go get it and be in charge, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard this. I just saw this recently. They're making a Time Bandits TV show. Have you ever seen this?
Alicia Kudrow.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's not going to be the dwarves the way it was
Right.
before. But I am kind of excited by that. I loved Time Bandits for a long time. No?
I love that movie,
Yeah, I do too.
and it's just like everything else that's going out. Why can't they come up with an original story?
Well, okay, I do agree with you. But that they're going to kind of serialize this and maybe we see some more adventure and stuff like that. I'm kind of excited.
It's not going to have the evil guy that turns people into pigs.
No, well,
At the end of
there
it.
is an evil guy. The evil guy is
Yeah,
present.
but it's not going to be him.
No, it isn't going to be that guy. That's true.
It's-
I loved
see-
that guy.
See, there are certain movies that just seem like they would work better in a TV show. I know this wasn't a very popular one. There was one called R.I.P.D. Rest in Peace Department. It was
Oh, wasn't that that Ryan Reynolds movie or something?
yeah, it was around and the idea was a bunch of cops and ghosts who died but were refusing to go pass on. So they were causing all kinds of problems, and it was up to them as police officers to arrest them and send them on their way. And concept was a cool idea. It's kind of Ghostbustery, but kind of not, because all the characters were dead, already passed on.
I would say it was a little bit more Dead Boy Detectives than Ghostbusters, but all the same, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the movie was okay, but it would have worked better as like a serial, as an hour-long series, because you could do a lot of neat stuff with that.
My only problem is how Terry Gilliam will he make the show. That is my problem with it, because that's half the reason why I love that movie, is the wildly crazed imagination of Terry Gilliam made manifest on the screen is always one of my favorite things to see.
Terry Gilliam.
It was just beautiful.
Monty Python, right?
What?
Monty Python.
Yeah,
he did
Terry
all the
Gilliam.
animation.
Yeah, I know he did all the animation.
But he's made the Fisher King, Brazil.
I do know that one.
Oh my God, Time Bandits.
Baron Munchausen.
The Baron Munchausen. Oh my God, I love Baron Munchausen movie. That incredible Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, which was a little bit of a trip too. He's got just such a weird vision that I really love.
When you think
The
of
style. I mean, again, from Brazil, Robert De Niro is saving the guy, and he gets swept up in a whirlwind of paperwork to be defeated. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Oh my God! It's just silly stuff like this, or again at the beginning of the Monty Python movies, where the Crimson accounting firm is going after the luscious fields of other accounting firms. launching file cabinet drawers, broadsides.
I make persuasion.
I have been waiting. 11. This is where I need backup.
You got that. Yeah. What he said.
Damn you! Real backup.
It's best if we wait for backup.
But eventually, at one point, we're going to have to deal with this. Regardless, it's probably going to make its way towards us here soon enough.
I was trying for rousing and boisterous enthusiasm and everything to raise the spirit and heroic need
I get that, but we're
probably lots of heroic sacrifice too. But
potentially something that these people have only heard rumors about as one of the most horrible things on this world, is literally looking down on our faith. It's going to be a little bit harder than getting a rousing speech to get these guys ready for this.
But if I had some backup, because I did have a good speech, it was good. It just...
Damn Ash! Look, rousing speeches are good and all, but what are we going to do?
That's
raised
commented out there.
I mean, we're talking about
until
sticks.
it meets death incarnate right here. That's why we prepare, good heroes.
With what? Ash-covered sticks? We've got no walls to protect us, it's just the towers.
We have us and them, and the spirit willing to be heroic, willing to face it, to stand here, put a line in the sand and say, "You shall not pass."
And that worked well for Gandalf.
It may have, somewhat.
It kind of did.
That's right, it did.
I think you guys took the wrong thing from that movie when I showed it to you.
I simply put, if we rouse spirits, that is good.
Yes, I get that, but realistically, what do we have to fight with? I mean, do we know anything about the weaknesses of dragons? I mean, what, we're going to shoot a bunch of decanters of endless water at it?
We do know how effective potions of fire resistance were against lava. I stood in it.
Yes, and now we don't have any, though. We need more.
Yes, we do.
And
but we have some time.
I can set up from the sniper's nest, take shots at it that starts making its way with my plasma gun. Necrotic damage, I don't know how effective it
Now
will be.
you're talking. You see that? I have already gained one follower to the cause.
So
I'm
we
just
need
trying
more.
to...
We need more. Rise, my friends, rise.
So you'll shoot at it and bring it here.
That's if it's on its way, I'll shoot at it. I ain't taking a shot at it until I know it's coming this way. It's probably going to make its way towards us here sooner or later. Especially...
I have to imagine it knows our faces.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's got a pretty good idea who we are. That's probably who it's looking for since I went out across the town. But, look, are dragons intelligent at all? What level of intelligence? Can they speak? Do they have any...
What do we know about dragons? It's a fair question to
Make our
ask.
cannon checks.
I mean, again, it's going to be on you guys because I wouldn't have a fucking clue.
14.
11.
Mainly just rumors, but you would hear rumors of them being able to transform into humanoid forms. So you would assume they could speak.
Well, we
I
met
would
that
like-
silver dragon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The woman.
Yeah,
that was the silver dragon.
It was taking one takes 20 to grows.
Oh, okay. Can we?
Who's
Can
also been
everybody
captured.
put these up for a moment and say that? So we're not saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
She's captured anyway, remember?
It is the idea. You're right, but should we go throwing that around?
I don't only know where the guy is.
We
a
don't
hazard.
know. It is just the idea. Should we go throwing that knowledge around? I would not.
Okay, so
I
do
would
dragons
not. That's
normally
all.
want anything? Does each element particularly desire something? In old stories in my world, we had an idea that dragons like to collect gold and use it as a bed. Do dragons in here do anything like that? Do they want anything in particular?
I don't know, but that's an interesting concept.
The question is,
Treasure box! Sorry.
no, you're fine. The question is it desiring something that it can't get normally? What is it exactly is it looking for? Revenge on us?
Well,
Or-
it could be angered because it has been caged all this time.
That's we need to know if that's what happened.
Well, we don't, but we're speculating here, correct?
Exactly.
Well, now think of it, if nothing else. Let's just say that this was the impetus for all the maladies that were happening with all these tribes up north, and then the means by which they were corralled into a different societal circumstance around this god creature, Imex or whatever. And
I'm almost assuming
it
that
is essentially taking over a region and saying, spread my foulness farther south.
or that the orcs either didn't even know what they had, and these
I'm
guys came.
assuming no. But this spread its
Well, the spread-
foulness, it increased its territory.
Well, the spread happened because of that guy that came to influence the leader.
But think now, where was the tremendous power of this leader? It was down there in that lava. We saw it when his minion, his greater Oni minion, went down in there and came out as a colossus of fire, which was then vanquished.
According-
Then the speaker
According
was
to
also
the orc,
vanquished.
the person we were. According to the orc, we were trying to. He was supposed to be the guy that was influencing him. Before, the king was just to be kind of a nice guy. Same with the chef. They all kind of point out that he was decent. He just give gifts to his people for good food. Then this guy came along, and that's when they started spreading.
I take nothing from that. I simply point out that if you were to take over a people and give them power and say, go and across this land and make it mine, then essentially this territory is under the sway of that being in the lava, is it not?
Unless it's just pissed off that that it finally got woke up.
Well, it certainly is angry at this point.
Yeah.
A wrench in the work, as it were.
In the
I would
distance,
say.
can we?
A wrench named Sirius and Stefanico and...
How does the distance look? Does it look like it's
Morgan
getting
and-
closer, or does it just look like the town more?
Well, exactly this.
Yeah.
Give me it
I'll go back up there. Yeah. With disadvantage?
with the pain.
Okay.
Maybe it will grow tired of destroying up there and decide that it just wants to
28.
stay there and make its own lair. And
Doesn't look like it's getting any closer, but it has moved around the camp. Some
Does it,
trails of bodies and lava.
how much of the town is damaged? Is it all being just?
It's mainly on the northern side right now, but it's ripping down buildings. It's
Does it look like it's aimless, or does it look like it's looking for something?
Stefanico, I would like
Give
to
me an
venture
insight
back
check
into
with
your
disadvantage.
abode and rest. May I finish my rest?
absolutely, we can do that.
I think that is in our interest.
I
most,
feel like I need to, and
I
I'll feel better after I
22.
do.
yes, me as well.
You
I
can tell it's just
certainly.
mindless murder.
Okay.
It's got to.
So what about? How about the towards front of town? Are there orcs heading towards the outpost, or are they trying to fight it?
There's definitely a lot of orcs looking like they're trying to get out of the town.
Are they heading towards us, or like spreading out to the
It
side?
seems like they're kind of just going wherever they can go.
Well, okay, we have some orcs that aren't doing this shit because they want to. They're prisoners. They don't want to. They didn't want to mess with the elves until their king influenced them to. That's why we have them on our team to be using as personal torches to infesting their veins and make their eyes explode. If we've got some ones here to try and look for refuge, I mean, they're just as much of innocent civilians as we can be.
Are any of those elf people?
Yeah, that's
any
what
of
I'm
those
worried
elf
about.
folks that I was talking to earlier around?
They're still around.
How long has your watch posts been here?
I've been here for 6 years now.
All right, but these posts, certainly they have some history to them. They date back in time,
Since
100
the
years?
war started.
only since the wars. So not actually that long. I see. How far are we from Silva North?
Probably another hour-ish. Because we gotta go through all the forest.
Yeah. You guys need to get Cousin Peter and your horse. We're going to head south. Man. But I'm assuming they're probably on their way.
Who did you speak with? These messages that you sent? Captain Gallon or someone else?
I sent a message to Captain Gallon, and the second message was to Prince Neon Shay, because they have more intimate knowledge of dragons, so hoping he could provide some assistance.
I would have preferred you said this Prince Hero. Okay, well. Shit. Have they sent any things back yet?
How big of a community is Silva North? I mean, it's a big place, isn't it?
It's pretty big, yeah. Probably upwards of, but it's strictly military and stuff, so probably upwards of about 4,000-ish people there.
Then we need to rest, I guess, and wait for a response to what we're saying.
I personally believe that we should be heading to Silva North in finding any texts or people of distinguished age and ask any questions that we could to give us a history or more about that mountain or mountain range in particular, and if it has a history, to give us some insight. And,
Well, we got.
and possibly if there's anything that says, what do you do about rampaging, horrifically old, monstrous dragons?
You want to grab Cousin Peter? Well, Cousin Peter's back at Silva. You just got Silva on door, didn't you?
Yep.
Well, you want to grab your horse? I'll reform the car and we can make our way down there, because we're going to have to talk to them probably at one point anyways. They're probably going to want to hear our story. What happened.
If we are going to wait for a message, then I was going to see if I could do it in Stefanico's lair.
Yeah, we need to
Rest as quickly as possible, because I think that is what is needed right away.
All right.
And I would suggest that the other members of our fantastic crew who also went on our journey join us, because may need all the hands we can get in prime physical condition for what lay ahead.
I'll wait out here for you guys.
If Trant and the rest of you would assume that it's a good idea to rest more. If any of them are actually. Are they gone?
Tron's still here.
Alright.
The other ones are kind of off for some time.
All right. Well, how about you guys? I'll wait out.
I believe we should go to Silva North.
Here's an idea. It's an hour to Silver Nor. You guys get in the hole, rest. I'll drive us there. By the time you'll be refreshed, and I can take a sleep once we get there. It'll be an hour there. That's an hour for you guys to get a full rest.
It means that you don't.
We'll get there past when we do. As of right now, once we get to Silva Nor, I can start to take a rest.
Then I will guide my horse and attach it to your wagon
I'll go slow
machine.
that
Yes. Come, Don.
All right.
Come, Don.
I'll get the car ready. Let them pile in, and I'll bring a hole in there, and I'll start making my way once they're all in.
Trump will not go on the
You
I'll
go.
stay here with you. I'm away.
All right. This will be fun. Dragon. Add that to my list of things I most likely have died to.
Not sure how effective I would be against it. Especially with all the lava.
Yeah. Do I look like I'd be better? I'm surprised this hasn't gone up in flames yet. Alright, I'll start driving. Alright. You're a mercenary
You
too.
lot are brave, but I don't think you should face this.
May not be getting much of a choice if it means to protect people. The question is, mercenaries, you have nothing in this. I mean, I assume you gotta get your pay for this scouting mission to go.
That's the plan.
So I figured. I mean, there's
Are we
nothing.
getting paid for this?
They get paid for this. We came here as a Parker Terral, remember?
Motherfucker.
Exactly. The guy who we're going to strip naked and take off his shit after.
Nuts.
And
We could sacrifice him to the dragon.
He's just got a wooden stick.
Go get him.
So he's gonna let me solo her. Elden Ring thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you drive back.
So are any of you think any of your team will be paid enough to assist, or do you think there's not enough money in the world
The
for
only one
that?
crazy enough to fight that thing is by spy.
After the incident with all the law that everyone else has had, I would assume that it's probably not going to be. Yeah, that's what I figured. So the payment would have to be really high. That's what I figured. I'll have to ask about that too, because we came for a scouting mission to help the roll. We're not getting paid. This is going to be overtime. Definitely believe so monetary gain would be definitely helpful here. Because I don't know how much the resources we have for this. Man,
Nothing pays better than legerdemain. We would be the slayers of the last dragon.
Yeah, the problem is that since we're already fighting another one, how many more is that really the last?
Shush, shush, shush. We would be the slayers of the last dragons. There would be cups raised in our honor forever.
I guess it would help the back at home.
Mm-hmm.
At least I can add that to the growing achievements as a bastard. Alright, when we get there, basically just have to converse with him about what he's going to do, and this once we get there, I'll make my way to the main encampment. I would assume by then they're going to be popping their heads out.
Yep.
We're here! God, that's disorienting every
So we
single time I do
consider
it.
ourselves rested.
Yep, long rest.
Okay.
Ching.
Cha-ching.
You bet.
Alright, I'm going to find an inn and rest. If we do have to make a return back, this final with permission, I'll jump in the hole for the expediency of it, but you should probably take your horse to make sure it's not been made sick from the ash.
Well, we made those breathing apparatuses, right?
Well, there's still a whole lot of ash. There's a lot more ash in the air after our little incident.
Okay,
So.
no, that's fine. I get your point.
Alright. I'll make my way to an inn.
Looks like you've been dragging the horse for the last mile.
Got a little blue in the face. I didn't know how to fix it.
A mechanic, not a horse, Dr. Jim.
Is there some hustle and bustle in town that's a little bit more than usual too?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Can you see all of the horror in the distance from here a little bit?
Definitely see the ash.
So things have gotten a little nastier in the area. Yeah. How much for to stay for the night at the inn?
3 gold pieces.
Got you covered.
You and money.
Well, you're going to give me 50 for a one I didn't want money for. So once I look at survival,
Yes, because I have money to give it away. every time you get money, you just give it away. We can all pay for room and board. It's not a big deal.
I'm not paying for anyone. This is the one for me.
Well, thank God. Okay, all right.
This is how much it costs for a room for me. I mean, people can join me in there if they want to, but. I just need to stay aware of the situation because I won't be able to know what's going on inside the hole right now. I mean, if an emergency comes up and I gotta dive in there for an hour and then do it, but we don't appear to be.
Now, Silva Honor is where. This is where we met Captain Gallon, and this is where the shady guy with the syringes is. This is where they are.
We're going to need more fire potions anyways, because ours is probably run out
If
by now.
they're here. I mean,
He was the one who made them for us, so.
Not denying it, but it's been like, what, 9 hours?
I know. It hasn't been long. If that, in fact. You guys managed to fuck this up in record time. Good God, we've been out here for a decade.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm resting, so it's all up to you guys to figure out what you want to do. I would assume you want to go talk to the captain as soon as possible.
Is he allowed to use your...
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because, I mean, that gets him up to speed quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
They want to put you in the hole.
Well, you want to leave it with me in the room, that way it's secured in the room here with me, so...
No.
Okay. I bought a room! Ah!
I don't know if there is anybody around who can or has a 300 gold piece diamond, because I need to buy one to replenish.
It's probably gonna be hard to find in this place.
It's probably going to be more expensive than 300 at this point, I understand, but I've only got 2 at this point, and I'm worried about it.
You can go ask the medical center that you've been in a few times.
I'll go there.
I'll go with it.
So, what are you? Where are you going?
Business.
We have business!
We have 2 diamonds.
Yes, I'd like to exchange that money, that gold pieces, for one of them. I used one, I bought one of Trant's minions who fell in the fight against what we thought was the avatar of IMEX itself. And now I need another one just in case someone on my team should fall.
I suppose we could order more. Could you do 600?
I could. That does not necessarily mean I will.
Oh, you want to talk about Vincent barter? Start bartering.
You know, shipping and handling is very expensive. Yeah.
Right. How many do you have?
I've got one.
Puts us at 3.
Huh?
That puts us at 3. That will have to suffice. Which will have to suffice. So again, we don't get any cut for our adventure into scouting.
Talking into a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, you didn't shove me in the hole.
So that's right. That's right. So we don't get any cut of the scouting bounty, as it were, whatever it is.
That was kind of the impression that I got.
All right. Yeah. So who's in the medical center?
Mainly just the nurses, from what you can see.
Okay, Mr. Syringe is not in here anymore.
You don't see him right here.
Oh, there was a second floor. We were on the second floor with him. That's right. And where you were looking was either in the ceiling or across the floor upstairs, right?
It was on the floor upstairs.
Yeah, it took too many people that on the first floor for you to drill out from under it.
Right.
We're taking our reward for helping you with this guy.
I guess I don't have much more if that's what I'm here for. And we don't see that man. I suppose we could venture upstairs and see if we could apply some aid to the people who are critically injured, as it were, like we did before. Well, I did before, but
Let's check it out.
right. What's the name of that guy? Do you remember what his name
I do not.
See if I have any line.
Nope, I don't think I ever wrote his name down.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah, he was one of the
Nope,
person-
I don't have it.
the only person I didn't write down.
Yep, I don't have his name. Well, we could do that for a minute. Just poke our heads.
Yeah.
Sure. Will they allow us to go upstairs?
No, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, go up there.
Yep.
There's probably 2 nurses working on making poultices and whatnot, but he does not seem to be here.
But there's nurses in the lab.
There were before too, they kind of come
Right.
and go.
Right. There was other people here. I would go.
Were there patients downstairs?
I will go over to the 2 people and introduce myself. I am Morgan, priest of Lathan. I see that you're working on some poultices and remedies along this line. Is there anything that I can do to assist? Tend to be relatively good at medicines and the arts of applying those medicines.
So if you could crush these flowers for me, I'd be appreciative.
Gladly. And I'll talk them up and keep them occupied and mortar and pestle some stuff while I'm talking to them. I'm going to go into a long-winded rendition of our most recent exploits up north. And see if I can ooh and wow and awe them with my non-existent persuasion skill.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, even better!
If it's Zeltron here, you could have him add in.
I know. 6.
Sounds very interesting.
It was like this. Ooh.
He's really trying. Maybe it's so bad I've bored him into not noticing that you're there. That's what I was hoping for. I was trying for you.
Could I see where the trap door is, what the situation is? Is there something on top of it? Is it just there?
Before there's a small work table. on top
Is
of
that
it.
still there? Okay.
My friend Stefanico over there, he have to.
So the nurses are still there?
I And my friend Stefanico here will play a melody as I recite everything. This is what you do when I'm not. My hair is not wrapped.
It's third level sleep.
Oh, so I think you have to roll.
You got to roll dice.
9.
Yeah, you got to roll some
it's
dice.
9 8-sided.
They're level 15 helpers.
$36.
Not bad.
Both of them kind of slump over onto the tables.
Oh. Well, my story has hit home.
It was pretty boring.
Well, I did try. Dryly, apparently.
Keep an eye on the door.
Indeed.
I will, as silently as I can, move. How big is the table? That's the thing. Will I need Morgan's help to move it?
You should be able to move by yourself.
Okay.
You give me a stealth check.
They awaken.
I hope the talk with Captain Galleon is going
I
right.
will continue my droning speech so it sounds like I'm still talking to these people and entertaining them with these grand stories. I will continue my story loudly, in great detail and
Wake up, you're not
22.
Move it out of the way. And yep, the trapdoor's right there.
Now, can I tell how it opens? Where this, is there a lock? I'll check it for locks, traps, anything that I can.
Investigation check.
26.
Don't see any handles or anything, but it doesn't look to be trapped. There's like a small, smoothed out area you might be able to fit your finger in and lift it up.
I'll take out a dagger.
Lifts up.
the dagger explodes into your heart.
Can I
The dagger
just
becomes an awakened object. But underneath,
It's mine. It's all mine.
I'll just crack it enough so that I can look and see.
inside you see a small box, probably about this big.
13 more locks
It's got
on
like
it.
a little latch that has it closed.
Are there markings on it? No? Does it look like it's trapped? I mean, like if I took it out, something would happen.
Do another investigation check.
Is this where you get out the bag of sand? Go off a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
come out of the hole. We're gonna be tied up.
a
And,
30.
you guys are gonna be tied up and ready for the
30.
bait for the dragon, like what was it? Ready for King Kong shit.
I'm just telling a boring story here. I don't know what your problem is.
This is what you get up to when I'm not watching.
You don't see any traps on it or around it.
It's a simple idea. I've been very suspicious of this guy for a long time, and we found something hidden. And then the slipperiest guy we know is checking on it. That's what's happening here.
Oh, it's a bad influence I used to want to go.
So does it look like it's locked or is it just latched? The box.
Just latched.
I'll unlatch it and open it.
Looks to be about 6 vials in there with some kind of stuff in. Potions of some sort.
Do any of them look like potions I may have?
What potions do you have?
Well, I have 67,000 varieties of potion.
I
Wait.
have a potion of invisibility. I have 2 sleep potions. I have some healing potions. I have a potion of heroism. And then I have a flask of purple manganese, jug of death breath,
Yes.
None of them look like those.
no?
I'm so tempted.
But I don't,
You have other things that are not potions. You have poisonous things, do you not? And so Sirius lent a mighty blow upon the face of the evil, wreathed
Yeah,
in
how-
flame ape beast, and it reeled backwards in tremendous
how about
terror
that?
of
Would any
our
of my
mighty
poison
leader.
vials
And then mainly body slammed him into the flame.
Then he got kicked in the balls and thrown in the fire.
Or
Pretty
how about
much.
this? Does he have any
I mean,
empty
that's-
vials of exactly the same type laying around the lab?
I mean, there's plenty of vials laying around the lab that looks pretty similar. Nothing in them, but
But there could be. The what? Like, is that a colored liquid? The potion?
yeah. Let's see. Gotta look up the colors.
Oh, they're different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Are they similar to the ones that he wears?
No, they are not.
Okay.
Two of them are a dark crimson red with looks to be flecks of some kind of black something in it. The other one of them is a silvery concoction with tiny star-like specks with crystals in it.
Identify. Use my identification.
On that one.
I've got 3 charges,
But you used one earlier
Yeah.
on.
but it'd be a different day, so it would recharge.
Oh, it'd be a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we did have a long rest in between.
Yes.
Ooh, that's right. I
Okay,
gotta
so
roll
what-
for some.
Here's the question: what clock does it work off of? I mean, does it work off
Should be a
clock on our plane, or
That would be a good question.
because I can only imagine these things have some kind of like eternal clock that they work off of.
We'll probably just go long rests.
Okay.
Where's the
Four.
other one?
Damn. Wish I could have gotten a little more out of that. That's all right.
One is super liquid luck, permanent super liquid luck.
More. One of them is a light blue color with what almost looks like strands of lightning that kind of are in it. And then the last two.
Did you look at the one that's red and black?
Yes.
Which one did you look at?
Well, I would say the first 3 I would use my.
The last two are a mustardish color with what looks to be like one chunk of diamond in it. So there's 4 different types.
I will identify the first 2.
The first two seem to be something called demon drug, which, when drank, increases your strength score by 2 for 8 hours.
There has to be some kind of offset to that.
Maybe.
Okay, how about the mustardish with the chunk of diamond? That'll be my 3rd. Or would, since they're both the same, would they identify the same, or would it take 2 charges to?
We need to identify one of them and assume the other one's the same.
Well, if they look the same, then okay. Okay, fair enough.
You would recognize this with the spell as Ambrosia, which is essentially a true resurrection spell.
It's worth its weight in gold right there by itself.
200-year time limit on the corpse.
200 years? Wow. But that does say something.
The need for these and what he had to do to get them. The problem.
At the end of the day, what does it suggest? It doesn't suggest much of anything.
The last.
Okay, we know he uses injections. We have our suspicions about him. This demon juice really doesn't do anything like turn you chaotic evil and march you
Right.
across the land, like some giant dragon we know up north.
Demon drug also, during that time frame, gives you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
I mean,
Oh, so it's like a rage.
it's an augment. Yeah, that's
The other
good.
one is either
This thing is a true resurrection. What does it may suggest stuff, but it doesn't say he's up to anything.
No.
Most of this stuff really isn't that bad. If it had come down to be the most diabolically evil poison we've ever seen,
Right.
Well, we still got
That
2 more to
would-
do. At least one more to check.
I take nothing from that. It's just the idea. Upon looking
That
at
is-
this, what does it give us? Does it give us more suspicion? No, not really. It says that he's probably pretty good at making stuff. That's about
How
all it
difficult
suggests.
for me would it be to take a drop out of the true resurrection and put it in my vial that recreates?
That does not do.
Oh, it doesn't do magic. Okay. Okay.
Oh, well, that'd have been something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd have been something.
I'd close up the whole
Oh, you
table
do
then.
the other one of the other. You got 3 charges. Do you want to do one of the other?
He used.
Well, again, are we on the long rest or not?
Well, technically, I only used 2 of them. I didn't. The one I didn't test was the
The blue one.
light blue with the light. Okay, yeah.
There's
I'll-
light blue still, and there's a silver with tiny star-like crystal
The
things.
blue one has like light streaks of lightning in it, so we probably get at least an idea. But the other one is God fucking knows.
The non-light blue. Was that
The silver.
So-
Silver one.
silver one? Yes.
This would be the Drought of the Colossus. This potion, when drink, increases your size to gargantuan, increases your strength by 12,
Oh.
and your max hit points by 100 for 1 hour.
To me, these all seem like going to war kind of potions. Like these are like when you desperately need something big.
Okay. Now, the only other thing to me that this suggests is this did not seem like the guy who runs a kingdom, but he has some stuff here that would be granted or gained with tremendously great expense or tremendously great effort. And this guy does not round out to be the greatest wizard I've ever seen or anything like it.
No, I think there's nothing suspicious about it, but the fact is, this stuff is definitely seems geared towards a very particular.
Well, I
mindset.
mean, if he's alone, it's part of it. Who was it he apprenticed with, so to speak, for a bit?
Xander.
Was it one of your guys, right?
Yeah, Xander.
Yeah.
Xander's one who helped my medic.
Maybe this came from him. Because he was alone,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Yeah, but we have literally no way of. Man, I don't know if we have
Look,
enough
he
knowledge
was-
of this.
Okay, but he's been on this plane for a while. We all have. You have.
I know.
Okay, so what's to say that he didn't figure a few things out?
Well, also
What's to say that he didn't pass him on because he knew he wasn't going to make it or he wasn't going
Well,
to?
he's already got a lot of trouble where he's at anyway. So.
Okay, he has tremendously good stuff, which just gives me ideas on buying things. But otherwise, I'm not suspicious beyond the idea
I'm
of
not.
he's got things that feel to me outclass who he is.
Well, I'm
That's
not
it.
denying that.
I'm just putting it out there that way. But beyond that, I don't really find anything terrible about it. So, yeah. Okay.
I will close the door close the box, put the table back, and make an effort to make it look like nothing happened.
Just make an investigation check to make sure you can tell it looks the same.
16.
Looks like.
No dust streaks where the table moved. Okay. No
big-
paw prints
Yeah,
on the table. Where I
No,
Rabbit
big,
hair.
that's why I was big rabbit prints leading us.
Yeah. Yeah, tough to rabbit hair in the lock. Yeah, that's. Or is that a calling card? Yeah.
branded with an A.
Okay, well, are you gonna kind of go back to where you were? I'll mention it. Maybe you should stand back. I'll wake up. I'll come.
Oh, yes.
All right. So I will.
Are there like any herbs growing or anything like that?
There's a few different ones.
I'll act like I'm looking at those.
All right, I will rouse the guy that I had initially been. I'll turn to it, and so then Sirius was flung into the column of flame. My friend, you seem to have
Is
been
this
enjoying the
boring?
story so much. Are you all right?
Yes, it's fine.
Is this
Long
boring?
hours. No, it's
No.
what?
It looks like boarweed to me. No? Oh, okay. You have quite the collection of herbs here. Right? What happened?
There's a few of them that I'd like to understand a little bit better myself to add to my wagon, as it were. I cure herbs, dry them, and use them medicinally myself. I wander into town and help those who have need. Some that I do not recognize.
Have you guys ever worked
Grind,
with
grind,
luck
grind.
leaves?
Can't say I have.
No. Do they have like apparatus and stuff there?
Yeah, but they don't seem to be using. They seem to be just being doing grunt work and basic stuff.
I have 2 luck leaves. I want to try to make a potion out of
Just going straight for something in particular. Or?
it. No, just to look like we're doing something. To like allay suspicion.
Okay. Could make an Arcana check. With the ingredients around here, you might be able to make a luck potion, but it'll be challenging. You might, I mean, you can make it easier if you had like a healing potion you could use to help blend it, but it would waste a healing potion too.
How strong of a luck potion? Or a healing potion?
Just a regular one.
I can do that.
Then go ahead and give me a check that is your intelligence modifier plus proficiency bonus. Plus you've got
Plus-
expertise in your tools or no? Just be your alchemy.
I don't know that I have proficiency with the alchemy tools,
Okay.
but I do get a +2. So
So yeah, just intelligence plus 2.
but no proficiency?
If you're not proficient.
Okay.
Mm,
12.
the potion fails.
Fair enough. So would I lose both of my luck leaves?
Something comes out.
Forms a small ash cloud.
And it crawls over to the box. Drinks the
It knows what you know is to go run.
Push it down the sink! Push it down the sink!
And then the guy walks in. Well,
What the what?
Oh, they walk in until it bursts through the frickin' the top floor.
it goes and fights the dragon.
Done.
What I miss?
Don't think we couldn't use
I
that Colossus
bored 2
potion.
people to death. You missed it. Okay, well, there we have it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are they coming back to talk to me or not?
Well, we've been busy for a bit. You're resting.
No, Captain Galleon's probably just still sitting there like.
Yes, you probably would be. We'll get there. We had pressing matters.
Would I recognize any of the herbs that they have growing?
They're mostly just standard medicinal herbs for burns and making healing potions.
That's right. I made a bunch of aloe for him before. That's right.
Okay.
I've got 2 stabs of I will use up one of the staff of flowers charges to make more aloe and bring it back up before we leave. I'll do that.
Can you supersize this? Because it sounds like we're going to need it.
Well, you have a certain potion to make it grow like. And then you could shove someone into the aloe plant. It'd be so big.
Yeah, we're going to need that. I'm sure all those orcs right now personally did very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can head back downstairs. I tried, Morgan. I tried, but my potion skills are lacking right now.
Well, it's unfortunate.
I guess I'll just have to go buy a luck potion.
I suppose that may be. I wouldn't try to buy it here. It's very expensive. Very expensive. All right. Let us get to Captain Gallen then.
Yep.
All right. So,
You go to the main hall,
yes.
and you were stopped at the door. No visitors. Captain Gall's in a very important meeting right now with regards to what's happening today.
We are part of the scouting mission that went up to the the orcs and like that, and are returning with our report.
Your name?
Oh, I am Morgan Drummer, priest of Lathander.
Stefano.
Right here. One of them goes walking in. So, what is happening up there?
Oh, do I have a wonderful story to hear?
Get those morons in here now! 10 minutes for a scouting mission!
I will try to bore him to death. The quick version.
Everybody around us. They're all mind controlling this.
Let me tell you.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
About 5 minutes pass. The guard comes back out. Very well. You may proceed.
Thank you, my good man, and I appreciate your lending me your ear for some time. It was a good story, right? Cardiac arrest.
I have a headache.
Nose bleeding. He talks
Yep.
That needs to be a feat, you know. Really deal psychic damage.
Storytelling bore them to death.
I don't know.
Requires negative charisma.
Energy vampire.
Depending on the personality.
Yes, energy vampire. I
Love
need
it.
a new subclass.
Probably could have done that in his Commander McBragg mode where he just sat there and told
Yes.
story.
All right, yes, to Captain Gallen, please.
You walk in, and in the big meeting area, you would see a few different people. Of course, you know, Captain Gallen. We get all their pictures here. We got Aragorn.
Ah.
Over here.
One of the princes show up or not.
We got the prince.
Which one? I'm sorry. Oh, the
Young
The bad prince. He got here fast, though. That's for damn sure.
And you would see
Probably
the king.
teleport or.
Holy shit! Seriously?
The king? We've never seen the king.
I think
Have
we
we?
caught a glimpse when he first arrived back in town with the prince and them.
We did?
Yes, just barely. but you haven't got a chance to meet him yet.
Ah.
Make a persuasion check.
Let me tell you a story, my good king. He slayed the king.
Give him what he wants. Get him out of here.
I'm more expecting Stefanco's nipples getting hard at the idea of robbing a king.
What is he bejeweled with?
Got 16 different rings.
I will take a couple steps in, realize the error of my ways, take a step backwards, and bow deeply to the king. Your Majesty.
No, Your Majesty.
Approach.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And I will do so. I will stand. I won't sit unless told to sit.
Been made aware of the situation.
Yes.
So there's a dragon?
Apparently so. A tremendously large one, it would seem. My suspicion / assumption is that this is Imex, the thing that has been possessing the orcs. I cannot say for certain, but my suspicion around the idea of the primordial god Imex, that there was a greater demon presence there that was demonic and primordial itself. But not knowing the tales or how far back this creature may go into time is where I was hoping to find more information about. Right now it was rampaging through and destroying all the orcs up north, seeing as how upset it has become over our scouting mission.
Did you personally see this dragon?
No, it was Sirius who saw through that looking glass on one of the watchtowers that through the ash there were wings, there were tails, it was colossal inside, it had a face, it had horns, and it was spewing out fire or lava, as it were, in, I suppose, would be rapid succession and with great multitudes of it while it was going on its rampage. It was slashing and maiming and killing rather indiscriminately.
Is any one of these people or anyone in the room, what's their reactions to all this? Are they acting surprised? Or is any of them look like maybe they might know what's going on or know more?
Give me an insight check.
Of course, I have none, but a 19.
Hey,
You definitely, Captain Gallen and Arathorn seem very concerned over the situation. The king has a very calm composure. You're not getting much on him at all. The prince, not getting a whole lot off of him, but he's definitely smirking when he's looking at you guys.
You guys have did it again.
I said whatever way we're going around, we're either doing good or we're being thorns. Whichever way it is, works.
Yeah, I'm not denying it.
Yeah, whichever way works. Not necessarily to our advantage, but
Could you bring the one here who saw him so he could describe to me what this dragon looks like? I've known many of the dragons that once were.
is he human?
He's an elf.
Your Majesty, you have been alive for some time. You know of the green dragon that was felled by the hand of that despicable drow from a few decades ago, 40 odd years ago. That was supposedly the last. But you know of more.
You would see a very obvious face of disgust when you mention that. Yes, I know that one. And many more.
I would like to insight that look, as I say.
Oh probably shouldn't pull that hole out in front of these guys. Probably should leave to go get me.
Well, that's a fair point. It's a very fair point. And 18. Not bad.
You may have been friends or something with the dragon, kind of assume. You would know from what Hero said way back when, is that their family was friends to the dragons before they started murdering all of them.
Your Majesty, it had been related to me by your younger son, excuse me, Prince, that you had a somewhat harmonious relationship in the distant past to these creatures.
That is true.
And could I infer then by your expression that this was grievous, having lost this green dragon, as it were? I don't know the story, I just know who and by what hand and by what sword would that dragon fell. I keep it on me, as I have a desire to plunge it in the person who once owned it.
It was. But let us get back to the issue at hand.
Very good. Stefanica, would you be willing to bring Sirius forth, perhaps?
Let's just give him a call.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, different plane.
Yeah.
I mean, your hole. Remember you showed me.
Yeah, he's in the hole so he
that's
could
right.
rest.
Okay, that's
so he
right.
could rest. But I wouldn't necessarily do it here.
Oh, no.
Right. It will take
I
but
will
a
return,
moment,
Your
Your Majesty. When His Majesty here is talking about this, what is the oldest son?
In regards to which
We're
thing?
talking about the green dragon in its demise.
Give me an insight check.
Thank you. Oh, much better. 27.
Over and over again, we've heard the story.
You would get a sense of anger and loss.
Really? Is it real? Anger and loss is what I'm picking up. I believe that through and through. This isn't him putting something on.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, then I will turn to Neon Shay here, and I see that your loss in this is profound. My deepest sympathies to you, King, and to your son, Prince Neon Shay. It seems as though you have felt this most grievously. I don't know much about dragons. It hasn't been my forte in these lands. What can we do?
The first step is identifying the type of dragon. If it is one that is quite old or not, and determining what we can do from there. Sometimes the dragon's destruction can be averted with gifts, otherwise it may be required to slay it, but we must first discover what and who it is.
Being that you've been around for some time, would there be any history in these mountains, as it were? I want to say that beings like this could essentially sleep or otherwise hibernate or rest for a great deal of time. Is there some history to this
The only
area?
one that I would know of would be Morgulgar, the Dread, who was one of the first dragons slain upon purging.
Morkel. Could you help me?
Morkelgar. Morkelghar.
The first slain dragon.
During the purge of dragons. We had dragons on our side during that original target.
My gracious. So, so dragons are good and evil like the hearts of man.
Yes, but many dragons have their vices, even if they do strive towards good,
I see.
as does man.
I'm sorry.
As does man.
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
It was deemed by the majority that they are too much of a threat.
The majority. I mean, kingdoms across the various continents, like the one. Is it Brontorum who's next door? No, it's that's a continent farther away.
Staffordshire.
Staffordshire. That's correct. Yes. That would have been different king, I suppose. Those are men.
Indeed. But please go and fetch your friend.
Oh, of course, yes. My liege, yes.
Yeah, more Ashlons, who cares?
Well, how long do we want to take? I mean, we want it to seem like we're going somewhere and getting it.
It was my hotel that I rented and pulled me out there.
Whatever you want to do.
And I paid for the damn thing, so.
Yeah.
May as well stay in it for 3 seconds. I am going to fetch Aiden. The sun shall rise.
So you guys go and pull him out.
I was resting. What happened? What's going on?
Yeah, how much rest would he have?
You guys have probably only been running around for about 30 minutes, so about 4 hours.
Yeah. What's going on?
The king would like to speak with you about what you saw.
What king?
The king of Okagon.
He's here? Okay. I dust myself.
Yeah. Brush your teeth first.
I did that in there. All right. So what's going on exactly? As we're all with
Little arms come out, things up at it.
Spray water on his face.
I'll make my way there, and so basically they're gonna just tell me the king.
We'll fill him in as we head back.
The king.
Oh boy. Gotta make a good first impression for my people. Oh boy.
Takes one step in.
Fails dexterity.
Performance. 1.
I expect that to
I
happen.
prostrate myself before the king.
Face first.
So much better.
You guys return and
Yeah.
walk back in.
Him? Oh, we saw him on the horse. Right. Greetings, King. I am Sirius Risk-Taker, ambassador for my people. Great to be able to meet you. I am the one that saw the dragon. I can give you a full description, and I'll explain like the way, the shape of the horn on the face, color of it, its size, the type of way, everything I can fully describe about it.
Give me a intelligence check.
You've rested, so you've got lucky, right?
19.
There you are.
Incredibly, like I said, incredibly large, incredibly vicious. I could not tell if it was lava or fire that was spewing out, but it just seemed to follow it. Ash was just almost like a shield to it.
Fortunately, that does sound like multiple but
Who?
the ash is new.
That could be whatever these two creatures that were caretaking to it were probably doing something to it. It could just be what it was shielding it as it came out of the volcano.
He should be dead, though.
I wish someone would tell him that. He was quite pissed off. A good chunk of the north part of the orc encampment was pretty much wrecked.
So where did Morkulgar fall?
Can dragons not also be just resurrected with a wish and stuff? I've heard about the spells here can do incredible things. Could someone have just used a spell to bring it back? Or are dragons immune to that?
When the soul is trapped, then no, which is what we had done in the past.
Perhaps it's possessed with IMAXs.
I hate to be the person to kind of point this out, but
Hang on 2 seconds. What is the sun's reaction to the trapping of the soul and the like? I'm keen on that.
Inside check.
Please.
not to poke wounds, but as you've already known about our
28.
encounter with you gentlemen before, we have come across a situation where your security has been a little lax, like in your tombs that led to the Black Baron. No offense, King, but if depending on where
Head rolls across down tape.
if this item was secured in an area where you believe that was truly secured and unfortunately lacked for even a moment, could someone have made their way to it and gotten it out, or is this in something that's going to be a lot harder to get into?
But with your insight, you would definitely lock eyes with him for a second, and he would just smile at you. But
I mean, it's obvious that he would be the one.
the crystal
He
holding
locked
soul
eyes with me.
was not even in my possession. It shouldn't be conveyed.
Ooh,
Deep in a vault that's guarded 24/7.
considering the portal in the crypt led me to it, what might particularly be a castle held by one of the people in there, that could be a bad sign. Who is the person who's guarding it very trusted?
Very much so.
Could have fit.
Hang on. Inside that, very trusted.
Okay, can something of that magnitude be
A little less, 17.
faked?
See what he's done for you.
I mean, I've seen a lot of
I don't get them all.
a lot of high-powered things. Again, with all the different matches you have, could someone have made a copy and enough to fool anybody? Something that could cause anyone to be tricked by it.
It comes to me as to just,
But not impossible.
Your Majesty, and I will lock eyes with the prince, who would have access to a vault like that that could possibly have freed it?
Only the royalty of Romania would have access to such a vault.
Only the royalty of Drovania would have access to such a vault.
That's what I said.
Yeah, very interesting.
Good boy.
And
Are you mocking me, sir?
mimicry. Highest form of flattery. That's very interesting. The royalty of Drovania.
Regardless of that, somehow this thing has gotten out. Either someone used a powerful spell, a wish, or something to get to it.
I don't deny that.
What do we do about
And
it?
Morkulgar is not one who can be reasoned
He didn't seem like the reason he died when he was shoveling orcs into his mouth. Like popcorn.
Let us just, I'm going to continue to stare right into the eyeballs of that prince. Let us just suppose for a moment that someone was so brazen as to steal this artifact and unleash this creature upon the land. I wonder what the reasoning would be beyond to sow chaos or to draw certain people into a collision course with such an amazing creature of great power and stature.
It's like eyeballs are just stretching out.
I just wonder if someone would be capable of that, and what indeed would be their motivations to do so. I mean, certainly we know at this point that this beast, having been unleashed upon the orcs, has managed to bring a king closer to the area. Right, Your Majesty?
It would have to be someone of great necromantic power.
We know a few.
When he says that, I'll look at that, continue to stare daggers into that goddamn neon shade. 21.
I mean, we have a few people we know of, but mainly the ones at Salvador, which is part of Borkash's little group. But we haven't even seen him yet. But didn't he train? No, Heimdall trained him. That's right. About that Blackbeard. I mean, if we're looking for, one of the heroes that failed a chaos god, probably, hero of necromantic power, who's basically killing entire elven cities for fun of it.
How would a member of the Drovanian royal family access this? Is there some kind of rite or ritual or some way to prove oneself to be a member, and then one can stride in, I suppose?
I do not know the details.
Alright, so here's a question. He's not willing to negotiate,
What does
but
the prince react when I mention that? Person just striding in?
Make another insight.
Gotta
Okay,
burn
so-
these down! 25.
can't negotiate, but can we at least find out what? Is there a way to communicate enough with it to find out how it got here, or why it's doing this, or?
If I remember correctly, he does not want to speak much. He does have a humanoid form that he would take to duel others. He does like his dueling. That's actually how we tricked him into a trap.
Which I'm assuming he's not going to fall for again.
Likely not.
Alright, look, I know you don't really give me two shits about the orcs, but a lot of them were just being subjugated by whoever, this greater Oni, and another group of orcs who have been using them as basically meat shields.
At this time, but before they were in some form of mutual accord.
Exactly, so the ones who are getting, some of these guys aren't at fault for what's happening. They're just being
Well,
killed.
certainly they're being slaughtered wholesale.
Yeah, exactly. So we at least try to save as many as we can, but
Sins of their fathers.
it's not the sins of the sons. Each person is born with a chance to redeem themselves. Trust me, if I war with it.
Any orcs who flee, we will take it.
I mean, seriously, if I inherited my father's abilities, I definitely wouldn't
Have
be
a
in
really
this.
big pit back in the back that we'll put them in.
I would definitely be in a better situation than I am right now if I follow in my father's footsteps. Look, regardless, this thing being around is definitely not good for anyone, and I don't think we here have remotely the firepower to bring something like this down, especially something this. I'm assuming the more older ancient a dragon is, the more powerful they are.
Indeed.
Well, considering how powerful we've become over time and experience, I would say yes.
We don't have the equipment for something like this, do we? I mean, we'd have to. We have no dragon slayers.
Ah, but the name was mentioned to us, the Votan, of which I believe at least one of your sons, if not yourself, most recently, Your Majesty, went to the house of the Votan and had some kind of conference.
We were there before coming here, yes.
Ah, I see. And I was informed that the Votan were dragon slayers of the past. Do you have a relationship with them, or is it?
Martel was the last dragon slayer, but he is 89 years old now and a human. So not one who could fight.
So not much older than me. I understand.
Would there be a way we can speak with him? Maybe he would have some ideas.
That we have here because none of us know well enough.
Sorry, I was actually looking something up. What's the? Oh, I know.
I guess the question is, my worry is that he's going to make a beeline in a certain direction towards the people that wronged him. So we need to be prepared that he's going to make his way towards Alconhold to get payback. So what can we do to stop him here?
I've already sent out word of the fact that we will be needing reinforcements.
Yeah, I'd say so. What if he decides to fly, or is he not a flying capable?
He can certainly fly, yes, but there are magics that can subdue that ability.
Do we have enough that's potent enough now to be able to hold him?
I would say not only would there necessitate the need to be potent magics, but also many people trying to make it happen at the same simultaneously, as it were, because I would expect that it would be well guarded.
Well, trust me, I don't want to be like the only person here trying to fight this thing in the air, because that would really probably go very poorly for me.
My son is a powerful sorcerer who can provide assistance.
What just happened there? Say that again.
He offered his son as a powerful resource.
What's the son's reaction to that?
Give me an insight check.
Sure.
7.
Not getting much.
I mean, how long do we have the forces to be able to try this?
Hopefully
Modify
within
memory
the day.
takes greater restoration.
Can we do anything to help now? I obviously need to be able
I
to.
now have. As a
I have ways of getting rested fast enough within the hour
I
to be
don't
at full
think
strength to
if
help,
I were
but
to cast
after
this,
that,
there is
what
a
can we do to
save
assist?
for it. It
Because
just
I'm assuming some of us are going to be in the front line on
I
this.
want to cast it on the
If you
king.
would like to be.
This is where
Considering
I was
that-
talking earlier of putting one of your
In a
great
way, this
restoration beads or
unfortunately
whatever it
is
was into a
fault of ours.
drinking glass and have somebody
I
break
guess
it.
we said we were
Whereas
just
it
scout.
didn't
We
have its effect.
wanted to try. The orc were asking for help. We
See,
saw an opportunity, took it,
I
and
have
this
little
appears to be
doubt
the
that this
end
king
result.
is here
What,
for a reason.
why it ended up this
Who's
way, I'm not
next in
sure.
line?
I can ensure
That's
that you're
what it looks like
contacted
to me.
when the group is
I
ready.
don't know if I can get away with it.
Definitely would take
without
that. We'll stay in
basically
town for
killing
now.
us, but I would
Fair.
have surprised.
But anything we can help with,
I don't
like
think.
town defense or anything like that, we will
Well,
have to
actually,
help
I
with.
could use subtle and all my
Having to call in
sorcery
today,
points
which is-
to make this happen.
Oh boy.
And I don't know what else to do because I think he's probably under the thrones.
The king is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that he's memory magic man. We know that he's tampering with people. We know that they're cleaning out and moving good people
We
out of the kingdom
appreciate your
because
efforts.
the mayor they
Information.
moved to that other town by Wesker.
And, which I could offer more,
And he was a good
unfortunately.
man. Why would Wesker
I
be a good man?
We can
I've been
describe up
wanting
the, I
to
can
do
always
this in
describe up the
Wesker.
events that led to this
We have the king.
rising, where it came from, and all that to the king. Do you have it?
Certainly a strange circumstance.
That's a question we were about to ask. Any idea why they would be going this roundabout way?
It's your call.
Were they trying to hold it just to use its power, or
Trying to figure out a way to
Could be many
do
things.
this.
because I mean, if this thing is as powerful as say, I wouldn't expect it to just be allowed it to be
Right.
used. So it had to have
I
something
mean, beyond doing it subtly.
either mutual or
Right,
something
but
really
It would
strong.
explain why he's so furious.
Not doesn't like to be used. I'm assuming.
I mean, if I had a
Yeah,
private
sure.
audience, I'm saying I would love to impart a blessing upon you, something along that line. And
All right.
I did.
We'll work on getting ourselves prepared. I'm more than willing to
Or
help.
perhaps not.
My
but it is
companions
the king.
definitely were already
And he can say, "Get
raring to go.
That's true.
Well, my friend Morgan was definitely raring. Stefanico is a man of freedom. I don't know if he wants to stick around for fighting an ancient dragon. And Zeltron, well, we'll make sure he's out there.
You start carrying sneezing power around, throw it on somebody and they sneeze and bless you and
Can I do that, please?" So you've been hearing some of that? Okay, so seriously, okay. This doesn't say save if you're unwilling, it just says it happens. So at the end of the day, if you either like he has a bead of some type that is a greater restoration, if you put that in somebody's drink and they drink it, they are greater restored.
They had to,
Aren't they?
No, he had to.
After they
Or
choke
do
on it,
we? Okay.
Well, remember, one dude had to accept it.
Huh?
When we tried it, we did it with the tiger guy, reverse hand tiger guy, and Ethan said he had to accept it.
well, that was a little bit different. That wasn't the bead. It was in you guys trying to hold him down and cast the spell. It was a little different.
Well, we didn't hold him down. He agreed to it.
Right.
Okay, so
I
again,
mean, you could tell if it works or not.
so does a person get a save then? Is that what that says? Okay, all you would know is it happened, and that are they changed in some capacity by what just happened? You'd have to figure it out, right? That's all that would happen at that point. My thinking is that if you cast this on somebody who had their memories altered, you would see something come over them like, they would like sit themselves back. They would,
A little confusion.
yeah, there would be something that suggested that this person was, their eyes were open to something. That's all. So,
King, I'm going to shove this in your throat.
no. See, we gained a level. I have greater restoration as a spell.
Well, you guys gain level. I still have to sleep.
Fair enough. But I have it as a spell. I could subtle this spell so that it doesn't look like I do anything. And we're speaking out of turn, don't get me wrong. But the idea being, yeah, hey King, how you doing? So this is what my intention is. Just stand there.
And then restore you, yeah.
Now, this may mean nothing. The person what I was truly wanting
I
to
know.
do this was Weskerd,
And
who
hero.
sent the good man away. A hero also, but Weskerd in particular, because he is in the inner circle.
Yeah, I know.
He has to go to these people for orders and whatever else. If he knew his memory was altered and could play it off, he would be one of the most valuable tools for understanding what the hell is going on. And then if he guarded himself against it alone, then, played up to the prince like, yes, sir, I'll get right on that. And whatever. I mean, he'd be the greatest thing we could do. Because he seems like he's a stand-up guy. It's just...
Except
not
the night
right
brawls
now
in
he
a
isn't.
dark corner arena,
But, I mean, not right now he isn't. He's sending the good people away from the kingdom. Because we learned that with the mayor.
Yeah.
All of these pieces say something is afoot, and that asshole is part of it. I'd love to do something about it. This poses an interesting opportunity to say if he's done it to the king.
You won't risk that, try it, but I won't know about it.
Well, you probably would most immediately, I imagine. I imagine we all would to an extent, but I would take the blame for it. Immediately take the blame for it.
You might get tackled by Secret Service.
I expect something more dire than that, but yes, to an extent. Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know. What, I'm just...
You'll just ignore it.
Got a razor blade on the bottom of your ring?
I saw this. Well, he did have Hulk Hogan to speak for him, so maybe he did. No.
So I'm basically finishing up. We're on and pointing out that we're going to get ourselves prepared because by the end of the day we should have a force, just according to him. I'm willing to help. It is basically our fucking fault.
My other question is this then. Technical question. Okay. The person who casts the modified memories, once they're done, correct? It's not like you can go to them, whack them over the head, and all the things that they have done are now undone. Okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing along that line, is there?
Nope.
Okay, I mean, even going so far as to place anti-magic on them or anything along that line, this is done business. They have walked away. That person has moved on. They failed whatever,
Yep.
and it's over.
It's like they took the part of the brain.
Yep,
put
yeah,
a
they
knot in it.
they sure did. Okay, all right. God damn, this modified memory is insidious. That's really what it is. It's insidious. I should have used it more as the Baron. I really should have.
My master taught me well. In his contract right here, see? He said it was perfectly fine.
Yep. Son of a bitch. Okay.
So I'm rounding up all.
Okay. I have that in the back of my mind. I'm just teasing this out. Okay.
Are you all right
He's
with?
reading your thoughts.
Oh, okay. You can.
Are you all right with sticking around, Morgan? I figured you were if you were going to take a amount of force to fight this thing.
I intend to be the survivor in this and walk around with the ledger domain of having defeated the last dragon.
What about the rest of us?
You may join me on my quest.
I'm the only one who.
Dragons out there. You never know.
I
Also-
know where a couple are.
I'm the one who felt valuable for this first. Wait, what?
I know where a couple dragons are.
That's nice to know.
They're
You
far
do.
away from here.
You do.
Yeah. I didn't tell you guys?
You?
I don't believe so.
Of course, I wasn't around then.
Oh
That's
wait!
You were.
Right. The
When I went to
island.
that island.
The island incident. Right. I remember it. It's been so long since you mentioned that. Right.
There's an island very far south of here out in the middle of the ocean that's covered with volcanoes, and there are at least 2 red dragons there.
Hopefully they stay there for their own protection.
I didn't interact with them.
I would try to avoid them too.
I just saw the whale people that lived on the beach.
Right. Those
Your
two.
Majesty, have you heard the name Inex before?
Which is a name I'm familiar with, but not for dragonkind. It would be an elemental of great power.
Correct, and we've heard that this is a primordial god of some type.
Excuse me, Your Majesty, but would there be magics that might be able to meld an elemental being into a dragon?
The elementals often are prideful in their forms. They do not stoop so low as to deceive.
But what if they were forced?
To control a primordial would take a god's amount of power.
I look at this prince. Who says that? Motherfucker. I am lucky. Can I lucky that?
If you want to.
Yes! Please, dear God, more than
You
that.
got this, Vincent. Use all your luckies.
Yep. 27.
You're not getting a lot. I mean, it doesn't look like he's really reacting to that.
Really? Because we know that he has some in-league stuff with those Drovanian assholes, which means, you know, the guy who's trying to make himself a god through primordial powers of pandemonium. He's got nothing? Damn, I really thought this would be interconnected. We're here in Drovania.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm almost convinced that this is where that's how they got it. Was through Borkesh and his little buddies.
Son of a bitch. Does detect magic? Detect magic gives you the aura of magic items and spells, correct? And the king said he was a sorcerer, right?
His son is.
It's his son, yes, I'm sorry, not the king. The son is a sorcerer. I haven't been able to get it through to him since I initially got the grin out of him. I mean, at all, right? I haven't been able to get a read on him. I think I know what's going on here. Okay. All right. No, I don't have anything further. But
He rests his case, Your Honor.
yep.
I'm going to go back to the apartment and get the rest of my sleep, so I can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for our death tomorrow, or later today.
In the
King,
morning, most likely.
if it gives us that kind of time. Thank you, King. Sorry for this incident. We did not mean for this to happen. In hindsight, we were trying to help the king and free him and help all the people there.
I'm sure this was inevitable.
Well, considering he was supposed to be locked up, it shouldn't have been. You have a very good day, sir. I'm glad to see you are well. Not you, though. So I will make my way out. I'm assuming that we're done here. I'm going to go back to the inn and try to get the rest of my rest so I can get full topped up here. Because this is looking ugly for the next day. And there's only 3 of us still with whatever he brings.
When you use a touch space spell, as in Greater Restoration, on somebody, they know a spell's been hitting them. They know. Motherfucker. Yeah, I figured that's gonna happen.
Then let me touch your hand, King. I want to shake it. Kiss your hand. The soul.
You have no power here. Well, you got shakes right next to him.
Yeah, sure. Like
Yes, he is. Goddammit, I know he is. I know the baby is whispering in his ear. It's whispering in the king's ear. Well, he's a little.
The newest one they did was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Immortality of the Witch.
With that hag and oh my god.
I like my toys.
Drink. The lich on a stake on his back. Goddamn, that was hilarious. The sisters. It's hilarious.
That's why we
Okay.
need a high intelligence number.
Indeed. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Your Majesty, if I may take a moment and just bless our crossing of paths in the name of Lathander. With your blessing, Your Honor, your liege. Excuse me, not Your Honor, your liege.
Your dependence.
Yes, all powerful big head, big head.
I do not worship any gods, but you may do what you like.
Okay, I'm simply going to kneel, put my hands in prayer, and say a few good words about our.
Great restoration to you, Irina!
few good things about our meeting, and that it is a blessed occurrence, and rattle on for about 30 seconds and then leave. And I will back away. Not how you're supposed to address a king. Yep. And as I'm backing away, I will stare at that. Yep.
Circle, sorry.
Yep.
Snap. I want to hear more about your plans. Do you have a suspicion on who might have done it? Any suspicion at all?
Please speak up.
Please speak up.
And I'll leave. I'm not going to do the greater restoration on the king. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going back to rest. Finish my rest. As obviously nothing happened till the end of the day, so.
I must have a conversation. Are we out of there? Must have a conversation with both of you immediately.
We go back to my room, Spiky. All right, let's go.
To right there. Okay, let's go to his room, and I'm going to use my detect magic wand to use it in a radius inside of this room to see if there's anything funky we don't know about going on.
Investigation.
Oh. I have it. No, I don't have very much of that, but 21.
You'll see it then. Besides what you guys are wearing.
Okay. How long does that last? Like 10 minutes or something like that? So I can just keep it going while we're speaking, and if anything. Okay. All right. Concentration. All right. The prince knows.
Well, sure.
The prince knows.
I got that feeling.
I mean, you literally were trying to bore like eye lasers into him the entire conversation. So
I
was wondering.
couldn't tear myself at that point to see
I figured
something
it's either
so
that-
despicable in front of me.
I was figuring that either you were very much suspecting of him or you were falling in love with him. One of the
He
other.
did seem very smug.
But then he didn't. And I suspect he armored himself in some capacity so that we could not tell what was going on at that point. I suspect. Can't say for certain, but have
Good
good.
was happy
It's an
Yes.
educated suspicion.
Could not read him after that, and I find that surprising. I am relatively good. It is as though he became blank to a degree. I could not get anything out of him at that
I mean, he's kind of a blank person.
No, he's a very telling person. You just have to prod correctly.
I think it's a matter of opinion. It's not
But
honestly.
no, we have known since our time when I put the Drovanian flowers upon the table that he lies most proficiently. It's just he has tales. And I got one. A good one. My friends, we must get to Westcote. We must get to Hero. If they are not here, we need to get them here in some capacity. We must do something. That kingdom is under siege from inside by that prince.
Oh, I
And
get
I
it.
believe that the king most likely is here for a reason. It has drawn the king out, has it not? Who is next in line? I suppose that prince, is he not? And the king is talking about how we must deal with this. We. That would include him usually when you use the word we.
Well, I'm assuming the prince is going to try to have him get killed in this, and as an accident right here. I mean, he's not that. As we have no evidence, he's not really good at hiding anything. We just don't have the evidence.
But we do have evidence. Now, think for just a moment. Westcote, after having an encounter with us at that town, went back to the kingdom, and then quickly dispatched a man to that town who was dismissed, essentially, by Wesker, a good man, dismissed. Why would he do such a thing? Were he not trying to purge the good people?
Well,
We know that Hero has been affected in some capacity here.
Oh,
we know that he has.
Oh yeah, trust me. I had my brain scraped enough for that.
I now have the ability to try to give some of those memories back to people, but I must be within the area and effect. Similar to what happened with the T-Contet person that you had in the past. It's similar to that in some regard, but I must be close.
Well, during the fight, we could probably have it happen by accident. I mean,
I wanted to do it in that room. I suspect I would not have left with my head, though, considering. But maybe this king is under some sway. Now, I will say this. The prince was also rather beside himself over the loss of that green dragon that they spoke of. It was grievous to them both, which would also suggest to me that the man has something inside of him that is of a better quality than we've seen, which could also lead to the idea of what's being done to him. But if he is the next in line and the king is here,
Very suspicious.
I believe should be taken into consideration.
well, the little fact is that you guys are going to have to keep an eye out for that while I'm trying my hardest not to get killed by the dragon.
And think, the prince is also in league with these Drovanian people. We know that. We know that he has something to do with them. We don't know the full range or capacity of it. But we tried to use that some time ago to, gain some more in that regard. He was still not as well withholding then as he seems to be right now. And he knows. He knows. It is why this is happening. Again, to me, it is the idea it lures out a king. But it also ravages a countryside, exploits resources, burns town and town folk. It lessens a continent entirely of people, money.
I can hear the fire burning in the background.
I can hear the orcs' backs burning in the background as well.
What time of day is it?
It's kind of in the evening at this point.
Looking out for time. Okay.
About 4 p.m.
My suspicions grow ever more terrible the more we learn and adventure. The evil that is afoot across this band is multifarious indeed. We don't know why, save that there's some time god and some evil lich guy and some technology wandering across the land. And now a giant dragon.
Well, I'm adding that to my list.
What, of things to hate?
Kinda, yeah. Also, while I potentially survive, especially because once I get back, if I ever get back home, I'm definitely getting as many rewards and merits and medals for this as possible. Because I can at least hold this over my father. Hey, did you ever kill a dragon? Because dragon guts, I sure shit did.
You want to make a perception check for him?
All of us? Oh. 24.
23.
26.
You all see a note slide under the door.
Any actual room service?
I go to the note.
Why is it ticking?
Should that be happening? Is that magic?
Does a note usually have a fuse?
Are you sure you just want to grab it? Are you sure you don't want to detect something to make sure it's not going to give you anthrax or something?
We have had that detect going, unless it's expired.
It's still be going. Back this way.
Okay, well, does the note radiate in some capacity?
It is magical.
Now, this tells me
Evocation.
what type, correct?
Evocation. Could be a lot of things.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, they evoke the words onto the page. Is there something else?
I'll put out my shield. Get behind me.
I'm not paying for this room if that's It probably should be me since I have the mind shielding, but
I wasn't as concerned about that as various explosive ways that evocation could go, but who knows?
Yeah.
And I'll put out my shield and reach around and try to see if I can open it up. Yep.
What languages do you speak?
Oh, yes,
Or
I
read it,
speak Undercommon, Draconic, Common, and Dwarven.
You cannot understand the letter.
But it is just a letter.
What's
I cannot understand these words.
I speak Sylvan. Could I have anything?
It looks similar to Sylvan, but not quite.
Not enough for me to make some kind of.
At the bottom, it's just signed A.
Just signed A. A. The letter A. So Aragorn gave us a letter? That's nice. I mean,
I can't read it. I only know common.
that's understandable. Did the evocation change in any way when it was open? Well, we just have ourselves here, so.
Tell it to speak in common.
I don't know that language. Transpose to one I understand. No.
If you understanding Sylvan, this is like the Elvish, which is close. but
It's different. It is different.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elvish and the letter A. Does it ring any bells?
Got barky for you, man.
Hey, what's this say?
Duck.
Does the handwriting look similar to what we may have seen before?
I don't think you've seen this handwriting.
Okay.
Oh, we do have that letter from.
Amitri.
Huh?
I've got written down here Amitri Borkesh letter.
Yeah, the Borkesh letter. We do
Yeah.
have. Did you say Amitri?
Amitri.
Motherfucker.
Similar to that.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I don't have comprehend languages or anything along that line to help with this.
Give me just a minute. Let me see if I have something I can make.
Too bad. Where's Zeltron?
Well, I didn't bring his character with me, so
okay.
I think he could do some stuff along that line, but I can't remember. I
We
didn't-
want to say he reads it to you guys and can.
If you're willing, otherwise, I mean, it's just up to us, and we'd have to ask somebody who's an elf likely to read it.
We can have it read it. It's fine.
Okay.
It says, you must speak with the dragon before they try to kill it.
Before what?
Before they try to kill it.
Does anything happen to the note after that?
You watch it go turn into dust.
Speak with it.
Well, he wasn't the talky type.
You're right. The king was adamant that this was practically a wild animal.
Maybe we could challenge it to a duel.
How do we beat the vanguard to this?
Man, I can get in the car. I mean, I won't be rested, but I can get back in the car and we just
No,
make
you
our way.
have been resting.
4 hours.
Oh, you've only got half time on
Yeah.
that so far? Oh, okay.
But they said they aren't going until tomorrow.
Okay, so there is time. That's fine.
Man, get the car and make my way there. It'll only take like 2 hours.
Yeah, but we could have somebody drive
Could
the
be a
car.
track.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that feasibility. Just sending us to confront the thing and knowing what it's going to do.
Hang on a minute. I have a note from Davnik. Does it compare? Okay. All right. Why must we?
Well, I did point out that we probably want to ask what the hell it's all about. I mean, it's got to know something.
Why don't we ask the skull about Orphalgar?
But isn't it based on what we know of it?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's based off of what? Say that again.
What we know about it.
The more we know about it, the more information it gives us. Like I said, I get enough rest, I'll be able to drive the cars up there if we want to do this. But we should probably do it now, as soon as we can, before they try to stop us from going up there. It won't be hard to find at night, that's for sure.
If we have time, then I would have to prepare different spells to engage. And quite honestly, a thing on a rampage is not simply going to stop and have a chat usually.
Sounds like it. Maybe.
But we know
should,
its name.
Maybe we should take our note to the king.
The note
Oh,
disintegrated. So we have nothing but to tell him a story.
And it could put somebody else in danger.
Indeed.
We have a day, right?
Oh, until tomorrow morning, so 12 hours, maybe 16 at best. It's evening already.
But we do have this thing's name. I could send it a message. It's probably not gonna make it, but
Nah, but I disintegrate before he gets close.
it might.
Like I said, if I get my rest real quick.
Because then I can get into some spells that would help us communicate better.
Well, you can jump in, you can spawn jump into your hole while I drive us there after I rest. And
Yeah.
it takes an hour. It'll take about 2 hours for me to get there. You'll have plenty of time to get prepared.
You can change your spell on a short rest. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was a long rest. I was okay.
It might be wrong.
Regardless, if you're in the hole, you'll get that time. So it'll take 2 hours for us to get back up there.
Right, but I don't think you should drive. That's the thing. You need to rest.
Well, I can finish my rest in 4 hours. In 4 hours, I can start driving. That's why you guys are getting a
Okay,
hole.
but why don't we hire somebody to drive this thing?
Because the 4 hours will be nighttime. We can start making our way under cover of dark.
Okay, this is also the idea that we are just believing a note and running with it.
That's up to you guys. Again, it's up to you guys if you want to try it.
Well, okay. We have some means at our disposal. We have that scrying orb. There are spells of sending. There are the envelopes of sending. There are means to get messages from place to place. Along the line of all the languages, comprehend languages, that allows you to know. We have the cup of captions, which allows us to know.
Well, we can understand.
We can
what they're
understand. We
saying.
can't
We
necessarily speak it back.
Right.
Tongues allows us to speak
You
whatever.
speak to Krolling, so you should be able to.
But I don't know if I have all these things. I have to look this stuff up.
Well, you already
I have.
said that.
I think I have a couple of them.
Oh.
Preparing a new list of cleric spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation. At least 1 minute per spell level for each spell.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad. All right. I'd have to look up all the things that I have available to
You can do
me
that
to
sitting on the
communicate.
toilet.
What?
You can do that sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's when I set up my spells every day.
Number one spell, exit.
Flush.
If you want to do this, I can
Expeditious
take the 4
evacuation.
hours to rest. I can go back to I can either rest here, in 4 hours we can go with cover of darkness, or we can give you speed slept, and then I can drive us there.
Let us at least try the magical means before we do the physical means. I'm not saying that we shouldn't possibly move in that direction, but this may be something more suspicious, something we should be more suspicious of.
I understand.
If we can't reach out by these magical means, then the only one that becomes available is the confrontation variety, of which I am. Well, it's not like I want to do this alone or with you. I think it'd be the end of us.
What if we could convince the king to go with us?
We might be falling right into the prince's hands of getting us exactly what he wants. His dad dead.
Does he want that? You don't know?
No, we don't actually know.
Right.
Remember, they were friendly with the dragons, is what they said. But he did describe this one as more of an animal. It was not, his description of it was not rosy, that's for sure. It was for the green dragon. He had real feelings for the green one. Not. And it was consensus amongst the kingdoms that this purge had to happen. He could have been a dissenting voice and been overruled. It's possible.
Maybe they just need to know who brought it back. Let's try to talk. See if we can find out.
Okay, as far as it goes, I would have to look up what I can do magically, but we can scry with the orb.
Alright.
Okay, if scrying doesn't work, then possibly all of the other things that you would use other than the envelope, because that is a direct message going to it, would probably fail. Because the sending message would probably bounce off, like scrying would bounce off, if it does. But we have its name, so we could scry on it.
That's it. Just, if I need to finish my rest, let me finish up my rest and I'll start driving us there. Yeah.
Okay,
So, I can finish resting out here.
okay, let me get into what I can.
So, I'm going to finish my rest and then I'll drive us there while he's looking up what he wants. Once I'm done resting. So, we'll assume 4 hours passed. I have got my rest.
level up finally.
Yeah. Ooh, I will accept that. So I go from 100.
I will choose a few of the stuff.
So that is an 8. I will definitely take that because it's as high as I can roll, and I'm going to probably fucking need it.
You need.
I'm trying to find my pencil. I had a pencil. Just don't know where to put it. Rachel,
Oh shit. Maybe I don't have any of this.
Alright, thank you. And recharge my cape.
Okay, I do have
Nice.
sending. And I do have tongues. I do have
Do we want to
access
avoid?
divination.
Do we want to avoid the outpost and sneak past it, or? But I'm sure you're going to have to make some arrangements for your horse unless you want to ride your horse.
It may need to stay.
Hmm?
It may need to stay.
Okay. So
Because your cart you carry around.
yeah.
I don't carry around
Yeah.
my horse.
Yeah.
So you probably have to go set
And
up
that would
with
help allay
cousin
some
Peter.
suspicion possibly if the horse is still around.
Then I did have Stefano go set it up with cousin Peter. Roosted while we head out before we head out.
You know, it'd be helpful if I gave you the right name, the right letter for the name, sorry. It was supposed to be a K, not an A.
For what?
Hey.
For
A
that
K,
letter.
not an A.
Yes,
Oh,
that's my bad.
Okay.
Agent K.
We're in no trouble then.
But it's still new. We've never seen the handwriting before. Okay.
Doesn't seem like it.
Huh?
Doesn't seem like you have one.
Now again, do we want to try giving the outpost a wide berth while we go to it?
now real quick, in that room was King of Alkenhold, Neon Shay, Gallon, and
Arathorn.
Arathorn.
The alchemist guy.
That's right, thank you.
Sat out there from just sitting, just got a big bowl of orcs.
Made a bowl out of one of the
Stabs one on its claw.
Oh, I'm such a glutton. Oh.
Okay, maybe.
Wow. Pours lava over them, gets a spoon from
and,
one house.
and the king said that essentially the resting place of Morkel Gar's soul or essence was in this Drovanian crypt or something, vault of some type, constantly guarded, and the only people who get to it are the royalty of Drovania.
I nominate Otis Cliffcrash the Fourth.
Son of a bitch. I can see now why you might be alternate Princess memories for.
Okay, now that brings up another point that I want to explore. The royalty of Drovania. Okay, the Drovania as a kingdom was
Druidia.
what?
Is that Druidia?
Yes. Drovania as a kingdom was the one that was subjugated by the kingdom Stafford 100 years ago and have been kind of building themselves back up and regaining their stature and their stuff like that, correct? Okay. Now
And
that
Orkesh was the royalty before this new regime.
okay,
Yeah, that's all.
Orkesh was. Now
Yeah, exactly.
he's quote unquote dead. All right, but we know, or do we know? And I'm asking. And I'm sorry if I'm trying not to take this too far, but his son is that cleric with the wolf armor and the plate mail, right?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
know that,
Yes.
but do we know that he rules?
Well, even then, it's
Because I don't think so.
Well, even then, he'd have royal blood, though. So there's some kind of trick of royal blood being involved in this.
Okay, but Drovania has a ruling class.
According to when I was up there, it was the dwarves that were in charge.
That's it. Thank you. It was the dwarves. I couldn't quite remember that.
I didn't get a chance to really learn much about there because I was just trying to get back to you guys.
Okay. Now, this comes down to it. If the Borkesh and his family were the rightful rulers and have just been displaced by the dwarves at this point, are they still rulers? And could access anything that they damn well chose.
Well, again, like I said, this is a blood thing or not.
Right. Okay. Only
We know-
the royals. Oh, motherfucker. Wouldn't that be something if the Drovanians essentially just want to get back?
Well, again, what the
at
other
these-
problem
at
is,
these people? Wouldn't that be something?
again, they're probably all that's what they're probably offering the prince, whatever the fuck he
100
wants.
years. I mean, that itch doesn't go away just like that.
I'm worried right now with the memory magic. I'm more worried that he's about to make a hero believe he's responsible for all this and then get away scot free. I mean, if something happens to the father, like some assassination attempt, and the prince hero's like, "I did it. I admit it." I mean, because he got his mind written around like
Yeah.
the prince, and then Jan Shea rises to kinghood without a single person to get in his way. Now, it's, our vocal comes out and say, "Hey, he's been mind wiping. That's what my people. Greater restore Prince Hero, and you'll find out." He'll definitely not want us around if he makes that move, because we can be a dissenting voice. That especially we, depending on what we do, will carry some serious weight.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I got some of this stuff down. So, the letter. The letter was signed.
Wonder if K is Kugat.
With a K.
He won't get off his ass doing that type of thing.
Well, he didn't have to get off his ass to have somebody send us a letter.
But then he'd have to know all
Yeah.
this stuff is going on. I mean, he may, but
But would the fucking beholder even let anything get to him? I mean, we've seen how that is.
well,
Goes
his daughter might be dead at this point for all we know.
Hey, that was Terrell's business, not ours.
Well, it's in the union department. Letter K. Any of you got people?
Kugat's the only one that I could think of.
Okay.
The only one I got written down.
Yep, that is one of them. What are you creeping up there?
There's Sierra Myers. Cross. That's right on them.
Yeah, let's just take a minute and go back a bit and see if there's anything.
Formel, which is. That's not.
We're off to meet the dragon
The wonderful dragon of Oz.
of Vroz.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The court lair of Gravenhall is Vastrin Ruinhammer.
Who?
Vastrin Ruinhammer, the king of the north. That's currently his king.
Ah. I've got nothing.
I'm not seeing it here either.
Yeah, Kugath's only K named. I don't see a last name. What did you say his name was? I've got Lorgren Ironmane.
According to the person I talked to in Dorvanhall, the current leader of Dorvanhall is Vastern Ruinhammer. And it can't be Hero's assistant because that name is Jinlara. Is the half-bro that was with
No,
Hero.
I don't have anything.
So it's not her. It's not Davnik because that's Prince Shay's assistant.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So again, are we taking a wide berth, or are we just?
All right. I don't have a problem with that. I am going to try the Orb of Scrying to reach out
Yeah.
to Morkelgar. Scry upon that.
Nothing but flame.
Yeah. Your inner eye is burned. Oh.
You look up the. Does it have a? Yeah, it's got a roll to it.
Yeah, they got a roll not to be.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Someone has to roll. I think he has to roll.
Oh, I may do one other spell, and that would be divination. Because if all of this doesn't work, then I may use divination to try to find a way. But I'll try the scrolling.
You just did something, and now their search function is just terrible.
It's just terrible.
Sounds like every time they try to make it better, they screw it up even more.
It is also getting to a point where I'm going to have to leave. I gotta get to Vincent. His day is ending.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
It happens. He's chatted for a bit because we haven't seen each other in a while.
Oh.
So.
Okay. You see this.
His fire starts shooting out of his eyes and shit like that scene from Supernatural when Lloyd looked on the.
This guy
Jesus Christ.
sitting on a burning throne.
Of orcs.
There's lots of screaming around.
No solicitors.
Nice. I see this guy. I don't see a dragon.
And there's just like smoke pouring off of him.
I mean, it could be the true form of what we saw.
Human form to it. The question is he looking at you, waiting for you to respond? Or
You can't see a lot of what's around him, but he seems to be looking at something. And you would hear like a very muffled something.
He's just staring intently at something. I didn't actually look up scrying. You'll have to forgive me. Does it do anything else beyond that? Beyond I
Or
just see.
You can try to read its thoughts if you want.
But that makes a saving throw versus detect thoughts.
Mhm.
Might be worth it.
yeah, well, what's the back?
Okay, but
What kind of
if I
back?
do it, then could I do this again? Likely not. Likely he's going to be guarded then. That
Or
would be
what backlash might happen? This is an ancient
Well,
dragon. God knows
hey,
what kind of ability he has.
And he's sure to know who we are. I don't really care, honestly, that he knows who we are.
Just don't
or
catch
not.
on fire in my car.
Well, that would be something.
I just replaced the shag rug.
I can only imagine that this guy's got wisdom save like nobody's goddamn business. but-
You were able to get a vision on him. That means he failed. Either he allowed himself to fail, or he failed. So you want the very instance that Ethan rolled a 1, of course.
That's enough. I can always do this again. Okay, I can always try to do this again. I'm gonna detect his thoughts. I could use sending. Just send a message into his brain.
Give it a shot. Like I said, I'm driving. You figure. I mean, trying to get us there.
It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, again. Like I said, likely he already knows who we are.
Right.
I mean, tell him that Kay told us to talk to you. Something like,
Don't want to necessarily say that.
Well, we
don't
don't-
necessarily want to piss him off. He's probably going to be pissed that a message got through, but we could ask to parlay, something along that line. This is Morgan, priest of Lathander.
we were told
You
to talk to
can.
you.
Yeah.
We should do one more job.
I beseech thy almighty power for a conversation.
Go for it. I mean, I'm driving. You gotta.
Yeah. He already knows who we are. Okay.
We're the
So-
assholes who
so-
woke you up.
Yes. Oh yeah, very much. Okay, so it's 25 words, right? It's 25 words. Okay, so I'm going to let's see, Raquel Gar.
They're coming for you.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
I cannot possibly say that.
Why?
Well, likely he probably knows that something is coming. I wouldn't be surprised. But giving the game away, I can't do it.
But don't we want to let him know?
No, we want to have a conversation with him because some anonymous note said we should.
enough.
Someone took the risk to get a message to us to talk to this guy.
Okay.
Which, of course, I mentioned
Yeah,
trying.
absolutely.
I mean, I mentioned trying it, and the other everyone else is saying no. So, someone thinks it's possible.
Let's see, Morkel Gar. I am Morgan, priest of Lathander.
Dormammu, I wish to bargain.
maybe we should just.
I see your strength. You have seen ours. I would like to parlay.
And converse.
Excuse me. We would like to parlay. That gets me to 21.
And converse.
Well, parlay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will specifically look up parlay so I'm not using it incorrectly. How about that?
Negotiate, but you want to negotiate a conversation.
Okay. A conference between opposing sides in a dispute, especially a discussion of terms, or for an armistice, parlay is in progress and the invaders may withdraw. Hold a conference with the opposing side to discuss terms. I think that's
again,
relatively accurate.
we're not talking about terms of it. We just want to talk.
Right.
But that's not. We're not here to
Conference
negotiate.
between opposing sides in a
I mean,
dispute.
here's the thing. He's either going to keep rampaging and destroying, or he's going to stop and let us talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then, okay. I suppose I could seriously say conversation, but that doesn't.
Well, parlay sounds better because
I think it does.
that kind of gives him a sense that we respect his...
It gives him a position.
Right. Right.
It gives him a position.
So we're not here to negotiate anything. We want to converse.
Well, again, that's what this is.
Well, negotiate about opposing terms. I mean, like we're on. We don't even know if he's a bad guy.
What we know is that we dispatched part of him in some capacity and a vassal of him. If he can't take
We
that
have no
into
idea
consideration,
what we did. We have no idea what we did.
it sure looks like what we did, and he got to see it.
And we could be completely wrong about that.
And we could be insects to him, but we were there.
I understand we were there, but what their part was and what their part plays, we could be very off.
This is conversation.
I get you.
Fine.
Parlay for conversation.
I'm turning a parlay into conversation instead. 21 words.
You would hear back.
Yep.
How much fire damage do you take?
Yeah. 16,000 psychic damage.
I'm only interested in talking to those who can help me find Karen. What's that?
Karen?
Blue Karen.
Wait, wasn't that the king's name?
Only interested in those who can find me.
Rue Karen?
Blue Karen.
Rue Karen. R-U Karen. That's interesting. So, this is going on, right? Sending can keep going back and forth, or do I keep spending slots? Oh, I will continue spending slots. Sorry, I used a. Well, the orb sending is a third. I'll send back. We are a party of means. Who is Rue Karen?
If you do not know, you are not worth my time. Click.
He's like, leave.
Well, he said good day. Yeah. All right.
Try to smash it back. The slide's been disconnected.
Okay, before I announce that, I'm going, you know what? going to use the wand of detect magic again inside the room to see if there's anything weird or something happening.
Now you can use, I would say, use the skull and if we see.
Oh yeah, in the room.
And ask about Rukaran.
Very fair. God, I want 16 of these goddamn skulls.
We're just trying to get
I don't
general.
care how much it costs. I want 16 of them.
No, we can tell the bard for as a personal dancing monkey.
That bard is working on the greatest story of Lathander and the other people who were in that fight.
We're just trying to. At this point, we're just trying to get general information.
But that the
so.
fight was culminated in the well-played scroll work of Stepanko. Oh, and Sirius got thrown into a fire after
punched in
doing
the dick.
well, yeah, I did get punched in the dick. After doing some business up there and drawing the attention and getting the other heroes up there, and then punched in the dick and thrown the fire.
Grab my own hand, just beating me with it. Stuff it in yourself.
Okay. All right, that's excellent. So, God, we know nothing but the name.
Who is Rukaran? I mean, for right now, let's learn what we can.
The scrying orb is once a day, right?
As much as you want, as long as it's mine.
No, I don't think it's as much as you want.
I mean, we usually.
Okay, we'll use the legend lore of that skull to ask who is Rukaran. I mean, if that gives us.
I mean, we have to be more specific. Who is the Rukaran that is known by?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Who is the Rukaran that Morkelgar knows?
Yes.
Probably too specific.
Oh. Okay, well then, who is Rukaran?
A peasant woman from.
that's why we're trying to
She's a
specify.
laundress.
Yeah. She cleans the floor at this very bar.
That's why I want to be more
What?
specific.
The skull would give a shortish answer. Younger brother to Kramel Borkesh, now necromancer known as the Baron of Black Ballads.
Oh, you call him back and say, yeah, we know. Okay, now we know who it is.
Okay, younger brother of
Borkesh.
but a certain Borkesh.
Yeah, Borkesh. Remember, he's the younger brother of the Borkesh we're fighting. That's why he's called the Black Ballad now, remember?
Oh, okay. But that was his name. You said like Emil Borkesh.
Yeah, he's got a. Yeah, I mean.
He's got a couple siblings.
I'm sorry.
He's got a couple family. His family's pretty big, but.
Well, his sister's for the most part dead. And,
Oh, okay, but again, though, you said he was the brother of somebody Borkesh.
Kramel Borkesh.
Cromel Borkesh. See, I don't recall the Cromel Borkesh. The Borkesh that I'm thinking of has got a different name.
I'm pretty sure when I wrote it down it was because it was told to us that he was the brother by our associate.
Hang on. No, there's something wrong about that.
I can double.
Oh, he was in the mayor's town.
And he was in the room too. So yeah. Yeah, I've seen him. I didn't. That was him. Another of the ones that were staring me down and wanting to kill me.
Yeah, well, we seem to have that effect.
I especially seem to have that effect.
Yeah, it seems like you more so. That's kind of true. Cromel. I swear to God, I don't know Cromel.
I don't think
He's
we
the one
did.
with the sword in him and everything.
It
Yeah,
is?
is it Borkesh?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You're probably thinking of that other dude we saw at the outpost.
Okay. Younger brother of Cromel Borkesh, Baron of the Black Ballad.
If you send him a new message saying, "Oh, you mean the Black?" He goes by the Baron of the Black Ballad now. Oh, he's like the younger sibling of Borkesh.
Technically, both their names.
What?
Both their last names.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, what's his name, Borkesh?
Now, did he name the Baron with Rue Karen Borkesh? Is essentially it, right? That's Baron of Black. Okay. Why in the hell does he want this guy?
And that's why we're right here to ask him. And he can send a message. You might send a message to him now saying, "You mean Rukesh of you know,
Okay.
Rukesh
No problem.
Borkesh, known as the Baron of the Black Ballad." At least that might get his attention.
Okay, but we have a connection. Davnik, the guy that we keep feeding heads.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is a direct
That's not
contact.
him.
What?
That guy's name's not Daphne.
It isn't? Oh, I thought it was. But he was our shitheel contact.
Daphne is Leon Chase's sister.
Oh, fucker. Damn.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking about then?
You think of the Tiefling?
Yeah, the tiefling.
Oh, yeah. That was our contact for the bounty group.
Yeah. Which is the guy who wants to save the Black Baron of Black Ballad because his the other Borkeshes.
Yeah, I have it here. Would deal with Davnik to do deeds to set back Borkesh. So I've got that wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I heard Davnik. I can't remember what he looks like for the life of me though.
I'll show you Daphne.
Been a while since we talked to him. We talked to him last time we saw him was when we were talking to.
How have we got this wrong this whole time? Well, I certainly do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's the one who gave us the note when we first met the prince, I believe, or slipped us a note. But the tiefling is. God, I can't remember what his name is.
He's the one who also handed us a note, or it was somewhere. Yeah, I got this out of sequence a little bit, but he handed us the note. The sun shall fall,
I think something.
which was real nice.
Yeah.
I suppose the follow-up would be, what do you need, Baron of the Black Ballad, who we know is Rue Karen Borkesh?
Okay, so the person you know is Karen Borkesh is known to us as Baron of the Black Ballad.
Yeah.
What do you want from him?
That. I'll throw another. I'll be 3.
You would feel this more than you hear it. But you just get an overwhelming sensation when he says it. Just death.
You don't look well, Morgan. How do you feel?
Sends a big shiver down your spine.
He wishes this Baron's death.
Well, that kind of conflicts
Yeah,
with
we
what
know somebody else that does too.
we also want someone who wants us to save him.
That's true.
Okay.
My vision of this person would suggest that they are a exceedingly powerful thing.
Well, yeah, I'd assume so. I mean, he's literally just tossing that orc town around like it's a play toy. It's like he's a little child as a sandpit.
Leftovers of
But
giant wall.
just please, yeah, just keep in mind though what I am
Running
seeing.
over with the tennis ball.
What I am seeing is not a dragon; it's his man.
Oh, steady out of human form. It's obvious.
Nope.
that-
Or a tiefling.
They're certainly
Of
powerful.
course, I can't see it. So.
I'll do what I can to describe, but I'm not. Huge tracks on that.
Very horny.
Very.
God, it sounds like something from one of those old games back in my day called World of Warcraft. Okay, that's a bit of a problem.
Well,
Maybe we should call and give us a week to think about this.
We're we're on our way anyway, so once we get there, sure as hell once Vincent's with us, we'll be like, what the hell did you guys get me into? Go ahead and eat him. He's the backbone.
Dinner and a show.
I mean,
Okay, now let's
It's a lot to think about.
take a step back here, real quick. All right, we've contacted this guy. We've had our conversation that, according to the letter, we need to speak with it before this whatever happens. And he's saying, "Bring me this person. I want them dead."
yeah, this happens to be a person we know very well.
Well,
Not real well.
not real well, but we know him.
So
Well,
He's
no.
he's not our favorite guy, but we also am under, kind of a obligation to help somebody else save his ass, like you were saying. Okay. Now, how do we get the Baron of the Black Ballad to just show up for this dude?
we could have Zeltron send him a letter saying, I'm going to challenge you to another.
Fiddle.
I like it,
I'd almost suggest.
but I don't expect it to work.
No. I'm
See
pretty
like
sure.
what's going on.
I'm pretty sure they have a pretty good idea what's happening here.
Yeah, guys, you're gonna have to excuse me,
Yeah,
but
you're
I
fine.
am going to have to get with you.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here and hopefully we'll continue next week.
Ah.
I went with Warcaster for my trade just because I figured with all my concentration spells it might be good to have.
Okay. I don't know what else to do. I went with Lucky.
Luck is a good skill.
Absolutely.
Tough's next one for me.
I was thinking of that, but I'm actually thinking that at this point it'll just be putting points into stats, and Constitution will do first, because that's a retrograde +1 for every level up to.
It's +2 for every level up to 16.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking about for me 32 extra hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to do here with this.
What do you want? Don't know.
I mean,
Well. Well, I'll say this. I mean, for us having contacted him, and I was expecting a little bit more
Resistance?
You goddamn asshole for burning down my greater Oni or whatever, and
Right.
interfering with this, that, or the other. Just got bring me the head of some dude. Well, bring me the dude, not his head.
I would assume that we let his ass out and they were holding his ass captive. And the person that got this to this situation would be the Baron. How? I wouldn't have a freaking clue.
You guys see the new,
I know you are powerful, almighty Jabba.
new version of
Yeah.
Queen Bee is going to take away Smite's